And we are back. It looks like whatever was going on has been fixed. Turns out just turning the router off and on again is all you need to do, because we went from having no connection to having connection at the very least. So the stream's back. It was a bit weird. It went away for a little while. It's back now again, and it's time to do some nattering, and if we're lucky, maybe even a little bit of battering. I'm just getting the old stuff all in the right place. Excellent. So, big so. Hey, Christoph, how's it going, man? Honestly, man, the when it comes to streaming, there's nothing I hate more than random, unexplained internet issues. It gives me unfathomable rage. Like, I can't even express the rage that I feel when internet just doesn't want to work for reasons unknown. But as per, this is a nattering and a battering stream, so there'll be a fair bit of nattering. And if anybody fancies a game, then on TTS, let me know. I'll boot that right up and we'll jump in and have a sneaky game. I do have a game booked in with Joe Paint sometimes, potentially at 8:30. So there's that to look forward to. But if anybody wants a game before that, let me know and I'll get that arranged immediately, because I like a good old game every now and then. But last time we were nattering a whole bunch about more or less the changes to counter, right? So with the counter changes, we talked about Sylvaneth, we talked about Daughters of Cain, elves, right? How the elf meta has adapted and changed, and well, elf meta in bunny quotes rather aggressively, of course, has adapted and changed and largely become a thing where you can now take elves and you don't get absolutely bodied immediately, and that's a good thing. Unfortunately, I did a video on monsters this week, and I was optimistic that their inclusion was not going to be too awful, right? Like, monsters have their issues. Their issues are widely known. I mentioned all the issues, or some of the issues that monsters have within my video. And monsters have issues. Shocker. The biggest ones being Dragon Maul. And what became apparent within the comments is that there's two camps when it comes to monsters, ultimately. And one of the camps are those that play with monsters, play against monsters in a less competitive setting, and they enjoy them. They're fine. They don't feel oppressive. But then you get to the more competitive side, right? Not to ever put it down at or to imply that narrative or more casual play is less skilled. That's not what I'm getting at here. But within competitive play, you are typically pushed to, especially high-end competitive play, you are pushed to play to a standard to achieve the best possible result. So when you're taking monsters in that scenario, we had Alex at Long Run Hobbies at LGT, who went up against 3 different monster lists. Okay, and I believe all 3 were Dankhold Troggoths, and that makes sense that this would be the thing to go. And his reaction to this was, Alex being one of the best players on the planet, was that simply Dankholds were incredibly unfun to play against, especially when you're playing against 3 of them in one event. And that's fair, right? He was like, in a more casual setting, people are more prone to throw their monsters away, throw them into combat, and do crazy things. But when it comes to a more competitive setting with practice in the competitive scene, how monsters are worked are basically as scalpels, precision tools to pick one thing out of a crowd and brutally murder it, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the Dankhold is an issue because he is now so cheap at 275 points, this guy got a 100-point decrease, seemingly for no reason. He's the only monster to get this points reduction, and that reduction is rather substantial. Let's be fair here. And sadly, my initial happiness that the Dankhold was a fine change, because it's the worst monster by far in terms of raw stats, right? It's got fairly middling strength, its damage is absolutely fine, it's also moving 5 as opposed to, I believe most monsters are moving 6, and 45 wounds is a little bit lower than I would like it to be, but it's still a monster. It's got Dragon Maul. Its ability is also pretty naff, although Dragoth Regrowth is completely fine. So it's a little bit naff for its abilities, but Dragon Maul is so powerful, right? It's like having a Thomroid Crusher functionally going, cool, I'm going to pick a guy from 6 inches away and then bring him to me and then attack him 3 times with 3 separate activations. And when you're doing damage on Dragon Maul, you're doing damage with your Strength 5, 3 attacks, 4-8 damage. Basically, splat, right? The thing you want dead dies. And this could be a chaff. This could be like a 20 wound model. It doesn't really matter what it is, right? If you're getting a kill on anything, that's value for your opponent. And it's difficult to play around that because of just this massive threat. You could move 5 inches and pull. That's like an 11-inch threat range of just nastiness, right? And Alex found that very oppressive and just unfun to play against. And with that experience in mind, balanced with the idea that some of the more casual viewers of the channel find them fine, I think once again, the conclusion I think the community will come to is just to reban monsters, right? Christoph, been enjoying elves a lot recently too. Idneth, the one elf faction that doesn't really care about counter. Idneth care about counter once the game goes to turn 3. When the game goes to turn 3, you pop off some onslaughts, you pop off some high tides. Man, those 5 attack elves, strength 6. You know, counter can still hit those guys. But yeah, in general, Idneth don't care too much about it. That's definitely true. How funny would it be if the points change was a mistake? Considering, yeah. I mean, it could be. I've got a theory on the Dankhold change that I'll get to it in a second. I've got a little theory on it. But yeah, so I think the only reason that monsters have been more taken, because in general monsters tend to be banned, apart from in the UK where they're more free. People don't take them often, but the hype of the Dankhold getting this cheap seems to have loosened the chains, shall we say, on monsters, and people have been more willing to play with them, more willing to experiment, because people like cool models and they like new toys. And the Dankhold going from unplayable to hello, what's going on here, is enough to get people excited and to unlock monsters, at least for a little bit in the competitive scene. But I think ultimately monsters will return to the banned scene in most locations, apart from the UK, unless you're playing into more community run events, and they might have a different view on that. But yeah, I think if the fun factor for me is a big issue. I think if Dragon Maul isn't changed in the next FAQ, if and when that drops, I think it'll be a case that monsters should once again go back in the bin, because Dragon Maul is the best ability in the game by a country mile. And I mentioned in the video, a few changes could be make it a quad, make it harder to actually bring out, or to make it a pull and not a placement. A placement effect is staggering. The fact you can just place things, that's a rare effect indeed in Warcry, and the fact that it's on every monster in the game is hilarious. So, yeah, Dankhold, he's a bit of a trickster. My theory is either Ziggy saying that it could just be a fact that they just fucked up for whatever reason. Somewhere in the data, someone misprinted Well, manually typing out all the points and hit a 3 instead of a 2, and oops, we accidentally got a minus 100 point dank hold, and that's just a flub. My theory, and I do hope that this theory holds some weight in the future, is that they did a half measure. They forgot to actually, it's still a flub, they forgot to fully change the dank hold. Because the dank hold is quite a large model, but he's also like one of the smaller monsters, right? He's a cool looking model. He's not really monster sized, let's be real. I think that's reflected in this guy's stats. He doesn't really have monster stats either. I think that the dank hold was meant to be demonstered. Okay. Either turned into a ally for destruction, similar to, say, the Gloom Spites, the Brugit Slads, I forgot what they're called now. But anyway, it was some sort of a destruction ally, or even folded into Gloom Spite. Right? At 275 points, if you look at the dank hold at 275, his wounds are a little bit too high, honestly. But he would actually be, as like a Gloomspite hero, he would be a pretty funky pick, right? And I wouldn't be against that. If they demonstered the dank hold, slapped him in Gloomspite, good to go. I would like that. I think that would be pretty spicy. Is that what? He has the same size as a Mega Boss? Dude, this guy is tiny. Like, the Mega Boss base is a big base, right? But compared to the 150 mil bases of some of the bigger monsters, this guy's tiny. He's like an itty bitty little pie plate. It's tiny. The dank hold could absolutely just be a hero, right? And a random point shot of 100 points just seems a bit weird. So my theory, based on largely nothing, he's a 60mm baby. Oh my god, that's hilarious. He's like half the size of like a zombie dragon. That's hilarious. Yeah, make him a hero. Make him a Gloomspite hero. Give them another Trog. Whilst you're there, Games Workshop, make all of the thralls. If all the thralls in destruction, all those Trogs, the Rock Gut, and the Fellwater Trog, make these guys, keep them thralls. Don't take away thrall. Keep them thralls. Give them the Gloomspite rune mark. So Gloomspite can take Trogs. They can take the dank hold as a non-monster hero. They've got Morlock, right? All these funky little Trogs, make them all Gloomspite gits. Potentially put the dank hold into like allies or whatever, right? I don't really care. But as long as Gloomspite can take it for free, I'm okay with that. Because like, Trogs are Gloomspite. We all know this. They've always been Gloomspitey. So give it to them. That's my theory. And you never know. If Games Workshop are listening, they might go, wow, that's a great idea. Because I think it's a great idea. But I also think all my ideas are great. So, Christoph, jokes aside, Idneth getting the Icon of the Sea was a fantastic addition. So much fun and something being needed only usable chat now. Yeah, so Icon of the Sea is absolutely outstanding. I said as much, I believe, in my impressions video and last week on stream. Icon of the Sea is potentially outstanding. Just dude's insane. Range 2, completely unnecessary. 180, that's just a good price. Guys moving 6 and fly? I mean, I ain't gonna complain. 3-4 damage? Wild. Dude hits harder than an Achillean King. Right? Strength 5 goes to Strength 6 automatically on turn 3. He's moving 6 but goes moving 7 automatically on turn 1, turn 2. Has access to High Tide. So he goes to Strength 7. 4 attacks. Can still Onslaught potentially on turn 4. Goes to 5 attacks. Strength 7. Hot diggity. Guy's insane. Guy's absolutely bonkers. And his own ability to make everyone else move. In a faction that's moving 5 base, right? I'm sure, is it movement +2 movement? Is it? on a triple. Yeah, the Surging Sea for the rest of the battle round. Each time a friendly fighter with Idoneth makes a move action, add 2. That's crazy. Like, all your guys going to movement 8. So, movement 8, right? Because again, they've got +1 move as their battle trait on turn 1, turn 2. So they're all moving 6 base. So they all go to movement 8. The Reavers go to movement 9. The Ishlian Guard go to freaking movement 13. That's what even crazier. Spinefin goes to movement 15. Possibly the fastest thing in the whole game. Like, especially when this guy's got a free move action as well in a double. Absolutely insane. Attack Blessings, let's go, baby. Gotta read that in the Austin Powers voice. Yeah, the Attack Blessing, man. Like, Icon of the Sea +1 attack he's legit. Like, actually legit, right? He's got 4 attacks there. I'm slapping my mic like crazy. I'm so excited. I'm just whacking that mic with my hand as I'm flailing. Like, yeah, with +1 attack, the boy's sitting at like a smooth 205 points. With Fly as well. 4-5-3-4. Slap down that Onslaught. Lad's rocking 5 attacks. You know, goes up to 6 attacks on turn 3. Wild. Absolutely bonkers. Guy's great. Like, when you look at the hero selection within Idoneth, it's terrible. Right? You've got the Ishrin Soul Render, who's fine. Right? But you'll never take him. You'll always take the Bladeborn guy, right? I forgot his name now. Icon of the Storm was also added. He's also pretty fun, but he's more of a tank that doesn't work because he's so squishy, right? He's a squishy tank. It's very bizarre. The Ishlian Guard, Lockleyan Princes are fine. Like, the Kellian Kings also, like, kind of fine. But, like, really, the source for them lied inside Rennie and in Elethane, and then their Assorted Bladeborn. Also decent in some cases. But, like, they lacked a really appealing, like, middle of the road in terms of cost hero to take that wasn't Bladeborn. They have that in the Icon of the Sea, and it also adds damage. It also adds utility. He's such a powerful piece, and if more people played Idoneth, I think you would see a influx of Icon of the Sea appearing in general. A key thing to note as well is that the Icon of the Sea, clearly Games Workshop just didn't want to deal with super cheap WoW being handed out to all of Order again. So they faction locked it, because this would be outstanding, right? Because it's not quite as strong as, like, you know, a triple that gives you up to +3 movement like WoW does, but it'll always give you 2. It'll never just give you 1. So it's always like a middle of the road WoW, which is really good. And faction locking that is definitely good. You like, if this wasn't faction locked, you better believe the Icon of the Sea would be in like every single, like, paladin based big stompy stormcast list imaginable, because cheap, very powerful movement buff, they'll be everywhere. You would never stop them. So I'm glad there was some forethought in locking that right down, because we don't want to return to thick boy cardio. We really don't. I do think that the Idoneth do need a little bit more help though. The addition's wonderful. Like, I love the addition, but like, the Thralls, 80 points for 8 wounds is always hard, right? Like, the fact they've got, like, you know, range 2, strength 4, crit 4. These are really good offensive stats, but those stats just don't matter. They just don't matter when they're 80 points, right? Like, they've got 8 wounds. They just get absolutely just clobbered by other chaff potentially. Like, they're so squishy. Speed and potential, like, strength 6 on turn 3 be damned. They're so vulnerable to being just being popped. I do like, I will stand by Alethea and Renglaith just being like the coolest boys ever. Huge fan of these two, especially with +1 damage applied to their stats. It was a nice talk till now. Let's not talk about those. Dude, let's talk about Namati Reavers. You know, like if thralls are that like insulting. Have you heard of the Nattering Reaver? My guy, 105 points, just as squishy. It's 25 points more expensive than a thrall, and it's just, man, just as squishy. It's faster, which is fair. It's got a range attack, which is fair. But my god, it's a hard sell. It's hard to sell people on the Reavers. On Idneth in general, sadly, they are unfortunately just not that good. Oh shit, yeah. I'll stop poking holes at the Idneth and that terrible chaff. Legit though, the Ishlian Guard are really good. Actually, I thoroughly enjoy the Guard or the Princes. I prefer the Guard to the Morsar Guard, so the Ishlian Guard I prefer. They're less good in combat, but Biovolactic Barrier is really solid. Basically, you take your little Prince guy with 25 wounds and you yeet him into combat with basically anything. And you just tie them up, turn off their crits. You probably won't die. Have a good time. So I do actually quite like him as a fast-moving objective pressure treasure carrier, chaff tire upper. He's a solid boy. I am quite fond of those guys. But I do wait for the day that Idneth get a bit more love. I dare you compare Reavers to shooters with them coming down in points. Oh no. Let's do that. Nattering Reaver. Let's grab a shooter. Standard issue. Oh god, I can see this already. Okay, standard issue shooter. Let's have a look. So, melee wise, the Reaver has +1 strength, +1 crit. Range wise, +3 range, otherwise identical. Same toughness, 2 more wounds, 2 more movement, but the guy's 45 points more expensive. And yeah, it's hard. Like, because realistically, you're not taking the Reaver for its melee stats, right? Or the shooter for the melee stats. You take them for this range stat, and the range stats are practically identical. You're just paying 45 points more for a slight increase in durability. It's bad. It's real bad. This is really bad. I feel dirty comparing these two. Ugh. Let's get that removed before I feel physically sick. So, as per this being a Nattering and Battering stream, if anybody fancies a cheeky game on TTS, let me know and we will jump into a cheeky quick game. Otherwise, are there any specific factions people would like me to talk about? I have already nattered a bit about monsters. I've nattered about Idneth. I seem to talk about Idneth a lot on these streams. The ever popular to talk about Idneth, but never popular enough to be played. You know what I mean? Talking about glow-ups from Alex, I made a list that someone more skilled than me should use. Alex, throw it in chat. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the list and we'll see what the crack is. Because I'm always up for checking out lists and having a gander. Alex, I believe it was your list that was the Arcearch. The Arcearch, what are they called again? The Tri Cohort list that I have since fell in love with. A Goblin stream, nice, yes. So, in about an hour's time, I have a game with potentially with Joe Paint sometimes, and you better believe he is playing Gloomspite. So we'll definitely be doing some Goblin Stomping live on air. Ideally, I would like to stomp some goblins. The trees could get whomped instead, of course. Blissful one with a lord. Oh, this is everywhere. Okay, I see a blissful one, and I'm already like immediately excited. Like, I love blissful ones. They're so good. With a lord. Also, I love with a lords. This is just the case. Ephelim. Ephelim the Noble. Spawn more. And, of course, Abatrax. Then we go back to the Unmade. And we dabble with an Awakened one with Flare. Oh, and we need Kindlefinger, of course. Kindlefinger. And then 3 Flails. Well, immediately, this list hitting 9 is already, like, I'm already like, oh, hello. That's kind of interesting. So, we've got a 9. We've got 30 points left over. Ooh, leaves 30 points, which I'd use to give wounds. Interesting. Sure. Okay. Now, I'm greedier than you, Alex. I would likely give strength because I'm hella greedy. I would be tempted to give strength to like the Witherlord and the Blissful one. Potentially give strength to the range attack on Ephelim. Like, he needs it less. He's got a double flat. So, giving some strength to make the big hitters here a bit more reliable. Although I think the Blissful one having that amazing quad does make giving him the strength a little bit silly, because he already goes to like strength 1 trillion. This list, let's have a gander properly. Blissful one is always great. This guy's fast, super fast. Movement 8 is insane. He's not mounted, so he gets around where he wants to go. 5 attacks, 2/6 damage. My favorite profile is this exact profile. +1 strength, always nice. It's not required. You can just blend with this. You're looking for crits anyway. So, like, sometimes you pop off and just delete some guy, and sometimes you don't. And no one knows which. Crit 2/6 is insane. I absolutely love it. He also gets the ability to move and attack on kill, I believe, on a triple. I don't think I made that up. Yes, so he gets, basically, if he gets a kill, he can then move and attack again. So the guy gets, up to 15 attacks a turn, which is wild. His quad is also great. What's it called again? The Gift of Agony. Add 3 strength and 3 attacks. To their next attack action. So again, you'll get they also get a bonus attack action, I believe. Yeah, that's insane. So my guy coming in here with 8 attacks, strength 7, and then getting another 10 attacks at strength 4. I mean, come on, that's 18 attacks. At least 3 of those are going to be 6s, right? Ideally, you're looking for some more. This guy can really pop off. I love him so much. He's got a net as well, but you're playing Unmade. Everyone's got a net. It's not really worth talking about. Witherlord, also great. Lethal Injection, just more raw ass damage. Just inject, badoosh, explode. I believe the basic guys can also reduce toughness, right? Yes, here we go. So, that's the combo, right? So you use the barbed strikes, bap 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 on the basic guys, reduce toughness, boom, lethal injection, blast them for a good old like 35 damage, and just delete them from orbit. Awesome. Also, 4/4/3/5 damage is great as well. That's a nice profile to have. Love to see it. Ephelim, adding all Ephelim's tricks, right? You've got the teleports, you've got his really strong range attack. Abatrax has got the pull, so you can pull people into the Witherlord, pull people into the Blissful one, pull them away from those things too, potentially. Spawn modes are completely fine, like tertiary beta here. And then you've got your flails, and the flails are great, right? They're cheap. They've got 10 wounds, nice and durable at 10 wounds for 65 points. And range 3 means they can outrange spears. Outranging spears is really important because spears are fairly common, right? So range 2 is typically quite a good defensive thing to have. But range 3 is just better because even spears, now that you get into combat, and their damage isn't that high. It's only 1/2, but it's still 3 attacks. I can see, and Kindlefinger. I love Kindlefinger, he's so much fun. He's just a goofy lad. 5/1/1/1. Best profile. Love me some Kindlefinger. This is a great list. I don't know if I would be able to play it particularly well. Simply because my Ephelim is very rusty. I used to play a lot of Ephelim when I was playing Cypher Lords. It's been a while though. But this looks like a really fun scalpely, just lots of cool, interesting combos, interactions. Just big fan of that. I am going to put this into a notepad just so I don't forget about it. Marish, because it's pretty damn cool. It's beyond my ability to play. Honestly, I think off-meta musings would take to this sort of list. He's been looking for an unmade list for a while, even before the changes to the blissful one. He's liked the look of unmade just because of that, the flails and all the nets, right? That it's a good old combo of having the ability to shut anything down and also stand back and just bap them with those flails. And the blissful one's always been good, right? This is the thing. The blissful one's always been good, even when it was super expensive. Just because it's got a great set of abilities, right? It's got really good triples, really good quads. It was just really expensive. It was too expensive, but despite its cost, like it was still a real threat on the battlefield. You couldn't really ignore a blissful one. And now that it's much cheaper, I'm just glad we're seeing more of them. So that's some pretty cool spice. Drew, love to hear about Nurgle Mortals. Drew, I got you, bro. Let's get some Nurgle Mortals up here. So Nurgle Mortals, for me, have got a little bit of sauce to them, right? So they got one of the coolest abilities in the game. So I think a lot of people love to talk about how Riverblades successfully weaponized movement, and have, I think, of sort of like set up a potential blueprint to fix the elf problem in Warcry. So elves have an issue of their main draw is their incredible speed. They're much faster than most things in the game. They've often got abilities to make them even faster. And movement's really good in all kinds of missions, but sometimes you need to kill, and elves struggle with that. How do you weaponize their movement? Well, you give them ability that makes them throw daggers when they move. Genius. Nurgle also got something as well. So Nurgle's biggest strength is their just titanic wound pool. Like, the Lord of Afflictions at 42 wounds. Their basic heroes at 32 is impressive. Their chaff at 25. I say chaff. Their basic lads at 25. These guys are just the bulkiest of boys. Their issue is they had no damage. So I had all this bulk, but because they couldn't kill things back, their bulk just got churned through eventually, right? It didn't matter how many you took, you could just eventually blend through them all, and they just didn't perform because they couldn't kill things faster than they could be killed in return. This was an issue. Well, spurting mucus. Hot diggity damn. Spurting mucus is the answer to all of our prayers, because this weaponizes their wounds. You get hit in melee, you do damage back. And the bigger the hit, the bigger the damage, right? So this little 42 wound guy, this little bastard, this guy could fly directly into a Foamred Crusher, into a Gut Lord, and potentially kill it with its wounds and still live. It has so many wounds, it might survive the Gut Lord attacking it, kill the Gut Lord with spurting mucus, and still be around to tell the tale. Like, chaff just can't attack, right? Like, not that they would ever want to attack into this kind of thing, but it's just they're so dangerous. It makes it so your opponent has a choice. They either attack the thing you've put in their face and you've thrown at as fast as you could into their face. They attack it and they take damage, and you love that. Or they disengage. They are slowed because they're disengaging. They move slower than normal, and they waste a whole turn not achieving much. You also love that. You do this to their big things specifically, like, again, Foamred Crushers, right? Gut Lords, Korgorath on stream. I did this to a Korgorath. I just put a guy next to it, the one guy the Korgorath could get to. I used Spitting Mucus, and I waited. Spitting Mucus and wait. The Korgorath ran in, it attacked, did like 20 damage, took like 15 back. Love to see it, right? The big things want to attack. They want to get value, and you can punish them heavily. And if they aren't going to attack you with that big thing, good. Their big thing is being wasted, right? And you have 7 or even 8 of the 8. I think you can hit 9 potentially. You can definitely hit 8. 8 guys, right? You've got a lot of board presence, and all of them can go at any point and go, okay, I'm going to be the guy's going to walk forward and go, no. You kind of won't. Weaknesses, of course, do exist. Weaknesses, of course, exist with Spitting Mucus. One, it does not work on range attacks, and it does not work on abilities. So your opponent can definitely work around that. There aren't that many abilities that do massive flat damage, but they do exist. Killer of Kings being a big one. But, like, for example, Berserk Rampage in Flameseekers. Aspect of the Scale also in Flameseekers, right? There's a bunch of abilities that do just flat ignore. I just do flat damage on abilities, so beware of those. But in straight up melee slogfests, you're in danger, right? That choice of do nothing or attack me and take damage, all the while I can still attack you freely, right? I have my attacks, which again, I mentioned they aren't great, but they're not bad, right? 3-4-2-4 is fine. Absolutely fine, especially if you're applying more damage from them hitting you, right? It's amazing. So it's very, very good. That's so cool. With the Mucus, I didn't realize how strong that would be. Yeah, it's really good. It applies pressure in a unique way. I absolutely love it. The lack of damage was always what made me worried about playing them. Yeah, the damage was terrible. They had like 2 decent damage pieces, right? So it was a lot of plagues. 3-5-3-5. Is great. This guy also got a points. This guy got a points decrease. He's went down by I think 10 or 15 points, so he's very takeable. At 160, 3-5-3-5, 32 wounds. Guy's good, right? Again, when you start looking at this as well, like this guy's got 32 wounds worth of damage to give out as well, right? Like you start looking at them like, okay, I've got this. Okay, it's pretty good melee profile, but also I can dish out this much potentially as well. It's kind of cool. Other great picks. I think the Lord of Afflictions is largely okay, but I do think he's a little bit of a trap. I'm going to explain why. I do think you want one, although not in Lord of Afflictions. You want a plus Guile Blight Lord. So the reason for this, if we look at them side by side, stats-wise, they are almost identical. So, you've got 38 to 42 wounds, so less wounds, right? That's whatever. You've also got 1 less damage. But the same range, same movement, same abilities largely, strength 5, 4 attacks, and for 30 points, you can give this guy plus 1 damage. So he'll still be a 3-5-3-5, and he is 290 points, which is still a 30-point saving on the Lord of Afflictions. So for me, the Puskal Blight Lord is just so good. Nurgle are slow as well. So Nurgle are very slow. So having a movement 6 flyer with 38 wounds of transferable damage is very good. This is your, send him out to kill things, send him out to tank things, be a pain, do your treasures. This is a universal, he can do anything, and he should be doing as much as he can. He is almost a must-take. For me, if I'm playing Nurgle, I try to take a Puskal whenever possible. Another must-take is definitely the Blight King with Sonorous Toxin. This guy has the double of +1 move. It's called the Toll of the Sonorous Toxin. Yeah, there you go. The Toll of the Sonorous Toxin. It's +1 move in a massive bubble. So 7 inches big, right? So you've got this huge bubble of +1 move. Your guys are moving 3 base, they've got moving 4. That's a big increase. Throw in things like Rush if you really want to get around. They're now moving 5, right, with their massive wound pools. You can get around where you need to. I think having at least 1 is definitely a must. Other things, if you can find a Gulgok to butcher, take a Gulgok to butcher. Otherwise, proxy or convert a Gulgok to butcher for 100 points, 26 wounds of transferable damage, and 4424. Wild. Absolutely insane. He's a really good piece, Gulgok. Definitely worth investing in. Bearing in mind, compare this guy to an Ardboy, and for the same price, the only difference is you've got like minus one toughness, but you've got +1 attack and like +11 wounds. Like, Gulgok's insane. Absolutely bonkers. Always take a Gulgok. Sepsimus Plague Sworn is hit or miss. I like taking Sepsimus because I am a sucker for like 1/5, 1/6 profiles. So like I'll take a Sepsimus. Otherwise, you don't have to. Of course, you can just take a regular guy. But for sake of argument, I'll take one. And then the last thing you should try and squeeze in if you can would be either a Harbinger of Decay with Doombell, because this guy has movement, he's got some wounds, and he has a really fun quad to shut things down, or a Load of Plagues. And a Load of Plagues is just a good guy. Right, said before, nice and smashy, nice and durable. You'll love to see it. And then you skedoodle on down, and you fill out the rest. Right, you've got like enough for maybe 2 more guys. So you put in. So for me, so there's a debate of what's better. Do you go max out your toughness so you're harder to hit, survive longer, or do you take the damage? And for me, it's always the damage. So the reason for that is simply because you want as much damage as you can get. You also want to be hurt, so your mucus kicks off. So more damage, more hurt, more damage. It's just the way. I don't think the shield is worth considering personally. This takes it to 7, and this isn't my preferred list yet. You just give +1 damage. You've got 30 points left over, +1 damage, and you're good to go. And this is my preferred list. Joe sent me a list, so I'll also punch that in whilst we're here. So Joe suggested Gulgok, Sepsimus. Joe takes shields. Interesting. Yes. I see what you're doing here. So we take 2. So the the Putrid Blight King Blight Lords are wonderful. So for 135, getting 30 wounds on the board is kind of wild. That's a lot of wounds for not a lot of cost. And they're okay in combat too. So really solid. So that's 2 Blight Lords. A Lord of Blights. A Lord of Blights, what do they do? We'll find out in a second. And of course, a Sonorous Toxin. And this gets you to 8. I have added too many guys. Who added? Whoa. Fixed. 8-man Nurgle list. Love to see it. So what does the Lord of Blights do? He's a solid profile, lots of wounds. He has the shield, right? He does nothing. Here you go. The Thrice Ripened Death's Head. Yeah, it's a range attack. So you throw 2 dice. You might do 12 damage. You might do nothing. It's kind of spicy. Okay, I think this list is quite interesting. I like it a lot. I would take a lot of blights, a lot of plagues over a lot of blights personally. I'd also take the weapon, the non-shield variants of these guys. However, this is a durable list. Really durable. There's just fucking how many wounds here? Like, let's count them. 50, 75, like 100, 130, 160. And then these 2 lads, right? So I've another what, 300, sorry, 200 plus wounds just rocking up here. Bearing in mind that's potentially 200 wounds. 200 wounds being bounced back at you, right? In addition to that, this is a fairly solid warband for damage as well. It's kind of wild. Like in the theoretical world of if I had my way, where you had the blighted weapons here. No one's a huge threat, right? Really, they've got middling damage still across the board, but it's enough damage. It's enough damage with the bounce back damage, with the massive durability, that movement. It's good times. It's really good times. Yes. Off meta, how's it going, man? Yeah, so for even more, so Drew's getting everyone joining in today. We have triple Lord of Plagues, which is just classic, right? Gulgok, of course we take a Sepsimus. Can't not. And then 2 Blight Kings. Boom. You've got 90 points left over. Give all the plagues +1 attack. And now, that is a list that can do damage. It's durable again. It's 7 man, not 8, but 7 is Nurgle's number, so we vibe on 7. You've got 3 guys who are seriously threatening, just in combat. 4, 5, 3, 5 is a great profile. Onslaught if you want to. Spurting Mucus if you want to. Like, just real solid. You've got you don't have a Sonorous Toxin in here, so you've sacrificed some movement there. But at the end of the day, these guys are just a walking death blob, basically. Toast is turning into Count Von Count. 200 wounds. Oh man. Off meta, dropping even more lists for to check out. Triple Blight Lord. Okay, bunk, bunk, bunk. Yes, Puscoil. Let's go, boys. Always a fan of the Puscoil. Then we'll go with a Blight King, a Gulgok, and a Sepsimus. So this list is like also pretty good. It loses a lot of damage, of course. Yeah, I think my biggest issue with this list is that it's just, compared to the last list, it loses a lot of damage for this movement speed, right? And the speed's fine, but I think I would prefer the damage. Or my list where it was like 1 Puscoil, a load of plagues, and then I had more regular lads than this. But also 7, right? In short, though, there's a lot of ways to build Nurgle Mortals, all in faction, right? And they're good. And there's no real way. It's almost like we did a whole bunch of list building, most of which never sees the light of day. To be fair, I believe we had a whole bunch of that list building in the last Wild Dice. Because we had a bit of a gush over Nurgle Mortals on Wild Dice near the end, so that was quite entertaining. But yeah, I like Nurgle Mortals a lot. And there's definitely something here. And their battle trait's fine as well. So the battle trait is like once per game, basically. On a 5+, it might go off once per game. Any more than that, and you're having a good time, turn off abilities and reactions. That could be potentially game winning. It could be model saving. There's all kinds of things that can do, but it's not so impactful that you wouldn't consider allies. So you could always take allies if you want to expand out. There's a lot of good Chaos allies out there if you really want to have a look at them. But Nurgle Mortals are really cool. Oh, hang on. Okay, so as per, since we've come to the end of the Nurgle Mortal train, it's once again time to say, if anybody wants a game on TTS, drop me a comment. This is a Nattering and Battering stream. We'll natter the night away if I have to, but also, Battering is also a lot of fun. So if people want to have a sneaky game, let me know in the little comments, and I'll set up TTS, and we will jump right in. In the meantime, of course, are there any factions people want us to talk about? Because there's so many, and I am happy to talk about any of them. We've talked about, was it Idneth, the Dankold Troggoth specifically, and now Nurgle Rotbringers in great depth. So if there's anything else, let me know. In the meantime, let's have a gander. Let's have an independent gander. I think Alex mentioned Iron Jaws. Speaking of Iron Jaws, Weird Brute Wreckers really liked the new count. Yes, Iron Jaws. So Iron Jaws are in a really fun space, and goblins too. Not a problem at all. Well, Iron Jaws. Iron Jaws. They've vanished in the abyss. Let's tidy up. Iron Jaws. Oh god. Okay. Yes, so Weird Brutes are one of my favourite additions to Iron Jaws. They're so much fun. Where are they gone? Get back here. The Weird Brute Wreckers, right? 6422. That's a great profile. And Alex, you are spot on. They really like the new counter. These guys are fast at movement 4. I say fast. They're fast because they've also got range 3. Right? So they can get where... They've got a decent threat range. They get where they want to go. Swing their big old flails. Of course, you'll have Warren here as well. So they're movement like 7 potentially with their range 3 flails running around. Just blending through chaff. Like absolute chads, right? They're reasonably priced for their wounds and their attack stats. And they have charge if you really want to get into combat. And they have Berserk Whirlwind, which is just beautiful, right? It's just flat damage, shabadoosh, to everything within 3 inches. This is the twist wield ability, where it's just flat damage and AoE, but bigger, right? It's not 1 inch, it's 3 inches. So one of my favorite things to do with the Weird Brute is on turn 1, just beeline for their turn 2 deployment. Just run them in there, just sprint in. They get there on turn 1, they spawn in turn 2. You just swing 12 times. You just get absolutely flailing around, ideally dropping 2 of them to like 2 or 3 wounds, and then just doing that Berserk Whirlwind double to just decapitate them all and just shred 2 guys in 1 turn. It is so satisfying to do. It's great against elves. My god, if elf meta ever kicks off, the Brute Wrecker is the guy. He's the guy who's going to be solving all of our problems. He's so much fun. And yeah, the Weird Brute plus head cracker. My god, head cracker. This mad lad. Hot diggity. Ignoring his quad for a second, because we need to talk about the quad for sure. His triple is where it's at for the most part. +3 crit to a guy. Pit a guy within 12, you now have +3 crit whenever you attack it. So this guy's now is 6425. 6425 is a lot of fun. However, when I run a wrecker, I always give him +1 crit because it's more fun. Well, now you're a 6426 and shit dies. You've now got that wonderful 2/6 profile, and you just go around and you just blend all day, every day, and you're a menace until you're dead, right? The wrecker is just, he's a good time, and with counter being largely removed from the game, there are other like unique faction counter equivalents that are very dangerous to the wrecker. Be wary of that. But like into most things, the wrecker is just free to have a great time. He's so much fun to play with, and he's one of those models as well that I don't think people have a bad time playing against. I think people enjoy the wrecker because his stat line's just so goofy. It's just so goofy. Yes, Headcracker's it's quad, the Bone Crusher, right? You put a guy within 12 for every 2+, do 3 damage. That's already amazing. That's already really good. This alone, for the record, this right here is more or less what is it? The Vulcan Flameseeker quad, but at a quadruple the range. And the Vulcan Flameseeker quad is very, very good, for the record. It's very, very good. You're looking at like an average of like 15 damage on a high quad. That's really good. Now, if you're within the 3-inch range, which is the usual range of the Vulcan Flameseeker quad, you're standing there within 3 inches, you now do 5 damage. So you're looking at potentially 35 damage. You could one-tap a Fomeroid Crusher. Like, hot damn. Like, Headcracker is a forever danger. If someone rolls a triple, you are obligated to make a quad, and that quad will always hurt. It is a nasty quad, and like with everything related to like Headcracker, I don't think you can really get annoyed at it. It's so goofy, it's so powerful, it's so over the top that you can't be mad at it, right? Like, it's just a fun time. Headcracker has so many weird synergies. Like, Eye for Weakness is just good in so many things. Like, the Cruel Boys love it on their Bolt Boys because their Bolt Boy bosses have 3 shots, have auto critting hits on 4+. Like, you're going to crit 7, so you're doing potentially 21 damage with that massive ass crossbow, right? Hilariously funny. You've got things like, what is it? Tooth Dagger is a 4-4-1-8. You've got there's other guys within Cruel Boys. Jags the Bleeder also is hilarious, right? So many just wacky ass Headcracker stuff that just pops off all the time. He's a fun bloke. We'll love to see it. Off my wreck out with +1 base damage is so bad. It's so expensive. It's so expensive. Just going +1 crit. It's fine. Although for the memes though, right? Also, if you gave a Wrecker +1 base damage, you would roll more 6s than you've ever rolled in your entire life. You'd be hitting that 2 damage crit and dodging the 3 damage hit every time. Drew, Toast, what are you having the most fun with right now? So I'm having a lot of fun with Sylvaneth, but honestly, the most fun I have in Warcry right now is Track Cohort. It just is. My favorite battle trait in the game is the Track Cohort battle trait. It has so much power, so much utility, and it's just so much fun to play around with. Their changes to make them cheaper means they're much more playable. Their change to Isaac Kakatros makes them much more playable. Their stats are great, like for a bully faction. They can't really go toe-to-toe with things like big killy stuff, but they are really good at bullying things. Things that can't fight it back, they will have just a field day, just killing all day, and just being really effective at it. They're so fast. They're able to get in your face turn 1 and shred. I have a video coming out either next week or the week after that dives into that in more detail. But for me, Tyrannic Cohort are just so much fun right now. I can't get enough of them. Even though I am actually playing a lot of Sylvaneth right now, who I also thoroughly enjoy. But those are the two for me, for sure. Joe, I did get a game where I had 2 triples. Oh, so good. Now I had that once with Quest of Soulsworn. So I made 2 quads to do the teleport. So I had the Knight of Lictor just teleporting people around the board. It was hilarious. But yeah, I mean Headcracker popping off with with 2 quads in 1 turn is that's disgusting. That is so much. I think at that point, Headcracker being like a goofy weird guy who can blow things up becomes a bit too real, a bit too terrifying. Alex, the Rager can crit on a 5+ with +2 attacks on a double. So a 4, 6, 3, 8 with crits on a 5+ against anything big. Oh, hello. Yeah, the Headcracker Rager combo. Let's get the Rager out here, the Brute Rager. Yeah, dude, Strength 6 is big. Yeah, he hits hard. So, yeah, with his double popping up, he's a 4, 6, 3, 8. And I would be tempted to give him +1 attack. Right, so it'd be what, 170 points? That's not too shabby, really. For a 3-6-3-5 range 2 with 4-inch range charge, Headcracker buff to be a 3-8, him buffing himself to be critting more reliably with all those attacks. I guess that'll work. The Rager Headcracker the Rager and the Wrecker Headcracker combos are too real. They're too good. People need to try this out. I might try this out at some point. You never know. But they're really funny. The Laz headcanon, yep. He's great, man. He's so much fun. I see a lot of Headcracker like popping up in random lists. He doesn't seem to be taken all that much, sadly. In the grand scheme of the competitive scene, he's not taken that much, but he is always a welcome sight, honestly. He's such a solid bloke. And the fact that he also brings Tooth Dagger with him, and frankly, you should nearly always take Tooth Dagger with him because he combos so well with Headcracker. Why wouldn't you take Tooth Dagger? It's so much fun. He's a solid bloke. Got to paint my Wrecker, but have 2 Ragers painted. Yeah, the Ragers are good. They're great models as well. If I recall correctly, it took a long time for them to actually arrive in Warcry. And sadly, I don't think they've made... Yeah, he's got charge as well. Yeah, that's true. I don't think that they've made quite the impact on the competitive scene as I kind of wish they had. And that's largely just because despite being brutes, they're not brutes. They don't have the rune mark, so they don't have the ability to do Umessin. And Umessin is really good, right? So you could take a brute with Gore Chopper for 175, or you can take a brute Rager with +1 attack for 175. They've largely got the same stats, right? So let's put them in side by side. They've basically got the same stats at that point, right? So both range 2, both 3 attacks. This guy's got more strength, this guy's got more crit. They've got largely the same defensive stats, although this guy's got 1 as toughness, right? So it really boils down, and he's also faster, which is a big deal. So it boils down to really, what do you want? Do you want Killy with support, or just Killy? And sadly, Killy with support tends to win out because he's Killy enough, right? So it's a little bit of a shame that the Gore Chopper brute tends to win out in that competition, but he also tends to win out over the Wrecker because he's also the same price as the Wrecker. So it's again, do you want Killy and support, or just Killy with a bit of AoE? And typically people want that Umessin. It exists. The speed's a big deal. Like, moving forward is always a big deal. I love the Brute Wrecker and the Brute Rager personally. I would like to see them more. I understand why they're not seen more, because in faction competition is pretty darn high. Alex, Big Boss, Headcracker, Wrecker, Rager, +1 attack, Hacker, Tooth Dagger, Odd Boy with Chopper. Let's get this in here. What we're looking at here. Right, okay, So, Big Boss. Wait, what? Right off the bat, Big Boss, big fan. Big fan of Big Boss. Wrecker and a Rager. So we've already got a Rager now, put the Wrecker in. Then we go into Headcracker's mob. Hang on, I'll take the Odd Boy before I forget. I like Odd Boys with stickers, but we'll put in the Chopper. Chopper's more aggressive and arguably synergizes better with Headcracker. And we'll go Headcracker, and we'll take his bars, his boys. Headcracker, Tooth Dagger, and of course I've got Hacker, right? So we'll go Hacker, who is just a fun little boy. So we're Hacker here. Bone Cutter could also work actually, but Hacker of course works better with Headcracker, so we'll definitely go Hacker there. So this is a 7-man list, and I dig it quite a bit actually. So you've got the attack on the Rager, which is your one on your one blessing here, and this all goes quite nicely with Headcracker, right? They've all got 4 attacks minimum, apart from the Rager, who has like 3 but can go up to 5. The Chopper is a bit lower. My biggest sort of like moment was the Odd Boy Big Boss. So of course you want to use Headcracker mostly for that triple to apply more crits. That of course makes a lot of sense. But the Odd Boy Big Boss, allowing you to do those shield smashes with damage, that's kind of spicy. It works on you, it works on the Odd Boys. Big push backwards, big old damage. You love to see it. On those turns where you have both up, so you've got the crit and this guy, you're packing out, you know, that 4-5, 2-7, bam, 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 then like shield bash into that Brute Rager who just turns you on and decapitates them. There's all kind of cool things, right? Fun list. I like it a lot. And you normally see Headcracker lists not take Iron Jaws, which is like the thing, right? Like you typically see Headcracker in Cruel Boys. Is where I normally see Headcracker. Normally. But actually, this works quite well in Iron Jaws. I can see this working as a really fun sort of like gimmick list that would be a lot of fun to mess around with. Joe, Beast Knob, Headcracker, Bolt Boy Boss, Tooth Dagger, 1 or 2 Cruel Boys, Jags, and Shank. Yeah. Okay. Let's go kind of wild with this one, right? So we'll get a Headcracker in straight off the bat. So we have Headcracker. We can't not have Headcracker. Taking a Tooth Dagger. Take a Beast Knob. Bap bap bap. Beast Knobberinos. Where you at? There we go. And we've got the Cruel Boys. Cruel Boys have just so many good uses for Headcracker. It's not even funny. Like, that's so good with them. Again, because that Bolt Boy Boss is so affordable, and going to a 3-4-1-7 who can automatically crit on 4+ is insane. Like, Bolt Boy Boss just loves to play with Headcracker. Of course, you definitely need to take a Jags to Bleeder. Just more attacks make more damage. More attack, more fun. We take a Shank. Herc the Howler for even more attacks. Hey, you know what? We'll end out with just a Go Ripper. Hang on. Can we take a Talker Tough Skull on this? Hold the phone. Ha! We can. That's hilarious. Okay. Yes, it's actually okay. See, I didn't realize Leave 'em Bleeding is all damage. Yeah, okay, so Leave 'em Bleeding is insane. I'll touch on that in 2 ticks. But Joe, this list looks horrifying. 2 nets at 2+, amazing. Bolt Boy Boss, Beast Knob, incredible damage output. Headcracker for that synergy. Of course, Headcracker making the Beast Knob as well. 4-6-3-8 is horrifyingly powerful. Tooth Dagger, amazing. Jags, amazing. Herc the Howler making everyone attack more, amazing. Like, this is an 8-man list where everyone bar Shank is a true threat. And frankly, even Shank is threatening because he's got that pecking net. And also, let's be fair, Shank in a Herc the Howler bubble with Headcracker is still a 4-2-1-6. Even Shank is deadly. Of course, you would, like, if you want to go really crazy, you would Onslaught to go to a 5-2-1-6 and have a really good time. This is great. This is a really fun list. And Leave 'em Bleeding. So Leave 'em Bleeding is stupid. It's so good. So a fire can only... So basically, you have to do damage with one of your attacks, this activation, and then roll a dice for every wound allocated on a 4+, do 1 damage. So it's all of... So you roll a dice for each wound allocated to that enemy fighter. So that's all the wounds they've been allocated that game. Right? So it's a coup de grace, right? So if you've hit somebody, let's say a Fun Word Crusher, and did like 25 damage to them over the course of the game, Jags comes in and just like slips his dagger in, does like 1 damage, pops Leave 'em Bleeding, and then you get to roll at the end of the turn 26 dice, right? And you know, every 4+ is 1 damage, that'll likely kill him, right? If you knock someone down like, you know, just below half wounds, there's a chance you just outright murder them. The damage is insane. And if you don't kill them that time, just stab them next turn, right? It's really mean. It's a nasty ability that is beautiful on monsters. If your Jags the Bleeder can survive and not get immediately killed by a monster that's drag more and pounding on you, like Jags, like sticking a wounded monster and just having an eruption of blood just pouring out, it's like, yes, get bracketed like 3 times, you piece of shit. He's a piece of work. Jags is a piece of work. And of course, when you're playing Jags with Headcracker, my guy is potentially 5 attacks with the Howler on there. Like 5 attacks, 1-8 damage. So he's just going in there, potentially just blowing someone up anyway. If they're not dead, Leave 'em Bleeding, they'll probably die. So it's kind of wild. Jags is a lot of fun. He's a little nuke. Did 10 damage or so to a Warden King with Jags at Warcry. That was glorious. I can imagine. Like, man, honestly, I love Jags. And Joe, this is a good list. I think this list could definitely do things. It has that just a lovely mix of things I like to see. One has a gimmick. I love a gimmick. Love a gimmick. You've got support in the nets. Love me some nets, especially reliable nets. 2+ isn't like true blood levels of good, but like nothing is. Shank and Talker are just always threatening. That 2+ nets is really powerful. Bolt Boy Boss, I love threat projection. Beast Knob, love a big old killy thing. Has everything. Has everything I want. Killy, projection, gimmick, nets. Beautiful. This is, I'd run this for sure. Joe also sent a goblin list. I'll look at that in a second. Ziggy, with so few monsters coming up in my games, I'm not sure with the Monster Hunter abilities, are they worth the dice? No. Sadly. So let's have a look at them. Most of them are just not, which is unfortunate. Right at the bottom. So we have Binding Ropes, which is, I think, the only one worth thinking about because it's cheap and you can kind of like gimp them, right? So monsters are fast, like innately fast, right? Like movement 6 normally, sometimes even faster with fly. Binding ropes, you get a guy in there, roll up to 6 dice. Let's say you roll 6. Just hit them with a -3 movement. All those movement 6 monsters are now movement 3. At movement 3, they ain't doing shit. They're too slow. Can't get anywhere. They'll pull you to them with Dragon Maul, to be fair. But for actual board presence, at movement 3, a whole bunch of monsters just can't move. They can't go over terrain because their bases are too big. Even like small bits of scatter terrain, they won't be able to effectively fit over. Binding ropes is actually really good. Is it better than just punching them with Onslaught? Maybe not. But it's worth considering. Based on the monster itself, Binding ropes is legitimately good. Sadly, everything else is terrible. So go for the eyes. It's if it's a triple, if your next attack action scores a crit, it's -1 attack. That is terrible. Awful. It's not even like until the end of the activation. It's at the end of the next attack action. It's awful. And it has to be it can be a range attack, to be fair. So you can still like shoot them with arrows, right? But like, and they pop their eyes a bit. But it's so unreliable. And on a triple, my god, like no. And for -1 attack, in so many cases that just doesn't matter, right? Sure, my Chimera, I spent a triple. It actually worked. My Chimera now has 5 attacks, strength 6, 5, 10 damage. Oh no. Like, in so many cases, go for the eyes is just not the play. Like, just no. And then Taunt. Sadly, Taunt is also not good. Because it doesn't stop Dragon Maul, right? So you taunt me. No. I have to come and kill you now. Theoretically, that means I've got to move to you and then attack you to kill you. That's fine, but also, like, I could just still Dragon Maul somebody to me. I could Dragon Maul you to me and immediately kill you. I could Dragon Maul someone else, and the damage from that could just kill them outright anyway. It's as a quad, terrible. Just not even worth thinking about. So when it comes to the hunter abilities, it is just Binding ropes. The rest are just dreadful value. It's not even worth thinking about. I believe Gloomspite actually have a monster hunting ability as well in their pack. I'm gonna look at it. I'm sure it's like it's some sort of silly hero ability. Here you go. So over here, your lug is probably one of the better ones. It's better. This is better than their quad. The quad generic monster ability. So I think it's one of the only regular ass abilities that directly affects monsters. The other one being a battle trait for monster killers. So you pick a visibility fighter with the monster rune mark within 6 until the end of the battle round. That fighter cannot end move actions further away. So you could theoretically go over here, you lug, and then run as far away as possible from your rest of your warband, and then he has to move back towards you. He can't move. See, you can sort of manipulate his movement a little bit. Again, issues being Dragon Maul. If he's in range of a drag, you can just pick some guy up, drag him to him anyway. It's still not amazing, but this is arguably much better than the generic quad, which is hilarious. Alex, my big thing with monsters is what they do to battle groups. Letting you stack 3 guys on a 7-man is insane. Yes. Absolutely yes. What they can do... what they can do to the deployment structure of the game is absolutely disgusting. Allowing a 7-man warband to deploy like a 9-man warband, but also get the activation weight of a 9-man warband is wild. Like, Dragon Maul's I would still say Dragon Maul is like the strongest benefit, but an overlooked and almost as strong benefit is their deployment. It's kind of bleh, to say the least. It is a sad time. Morgog's Crusher has it. Do they really? I mean, it makes sense. They are like the monster hunters of. They do. Beast Bashers. Let's judge it harshly. A fighter can only do this with one. Oh, that's actually really good. Holy shit. This one's good. If you're next to a monster, punch it. Let's go. Yeah, so Beast Bashers is also good. Much better than Eye Gouge, or Go for the Eyes, whatever it was called. Big fan of Beast Bashers. Really good. And whilst we're here, let's actually have a little gander at the monster killers. What can they do? Add 2 to the roll. Nice. So, okay. Cruel Boys Monster Killers, they get to net monsters on a 3+ within 6 inches, which is almost good. It's almost good. It is okay. It actually is good, but still, the monster can just move within 6 inches. You drop that net and then pick up and yank and then splat with Dragon Maul. Oops. But as well, you could choose the damage. And doing 4 points. 4 points of damage is 4 points of damage, right? You can't really complain about that. Let's be fair. Hey, Phylax, how's it going, man? He is the biggest, the baddest, and the meanest, the greenest. Morgok, the fucking Crusher. Love the guy. Morgok is really good. Where's Morgok? Morgok got a nerf, I believe. He's still really fucking good, though. Yeah, he is. Morgok's great. Like 4535, 35 wounds. He's a mega boss. I believe statistically, he does about the same damage as well as a mega boss. Like, he's just a super brute, right? He's a brute with roughly the same damage output thanks to the extra attack as a mega boss for the same price, with the same defenses, but he can do brute things. It's great. Yeah, you got a point increase. He's still great. I think Morgok still just is a go-to lad. Will you see Morgok and the mega boss? Maybe. Would you see Morgok just in general by himself? Probably. Like, Morgok's great. Yeah, the mega boss is on a big old 60 mil. He's on a big old pie plate. Although as one of I believe it was Alex mentioned, or was it Christoph, that mentioned that the Dankhold Troggoth has the same base size as the mega boss, which is hilarious. Christoph, Phylax, I don't have a game, but if you're free for a game, I would happily play. Sadly, he got more expensive. Doesn't really fit in my Hrothgorn list anymore. Sad. Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, like, any points change will make it more difficult to fit into lists, I guess. I can see how that'd be disappointing. I think for raw stats, he's still pretty good, even if he has kind of fallen out of some lists. Clawback. How much is the clawback again? I love clawbacks. They're like 235. Clawbacks are great too. Sexy. So we've got Phylax on the way. Let us quickly hop into a recording booth on Discord so Phylax can join in and say hello. Bada bish, bada boosh. Cool. Phylax will be here in 5 minutes. Good to know. Not a bother. I will have to get TTS open in 2 ticks. Since we are about to jump into a game, I think it's time to Sylvaneth things up. Now, unfortunately, this is the scary thing. So, Phylax plays Sylvaneth. He's been playing a lot of Sylvaneth recently. So, he knows all the tricks. He knows the tricks more than I know the tricks. I've only played 1 game of Sylvaneth. And I suspect this little bastard is going to be bringing in Khorne Mortals, Deathbringers, Korgoraths, Ritualists, you name it. So I don't know what to do against that. Largely because I don't know how to play Sylvaneth, but we'll figure it out as we go along. 2 spites. Take a tree. Take a Ilthari. Take a Revi. Take a Skaith. I am missing a guy. Oh, great sword. Whip out the dank. I mean, would a dank hold do well into Corn Mortals? Maybe. Probably not, though. I think Corn Mortals just kill it. Right? Like, they're fast enough. They've got enough kill in their kit, right? You can kill the chaff, I guess, but like, as you're killing their chaff, they'll just pop off with their Corn's Dew, right? Make you sell on that. And if you're all in faction, if you get the kill off on them, they'll just pop the battle trait and kill you that way as well. So, I don't know. Dankhold might just get blended down just by sheer weight of counter equivalents and on death effects. And if the Deathbringer ever gets his hands on him, well, could just get insta-popped. So that'd be interesting. So this is the list. I ran this last week on stream. I am considering dropping one of the Spite Revs for another Tree Rev. That frees up 10 points. That gives me 30 points for blessings. That 30 points means I could give the Scythe Master +1 attack, going to 5 attacks, which is pretty spicy. Got a Killer of Kings, a Dankhold. If I was running monsters, Killer of Kingsing the Dankhold would be rather hilarious. That is for sure. I'm kind of like on the fence. So I know I should be prepping for Warcries in the West. This is the list I'm bringing to Warcries in the West. Give or take, changing a spite for a tree, maybe. This is what I should be playing. But we've talked so much about Headcracker. I kind of want to take a Headcracker list. The intrusive thoughts. Right, okay. We'll give it to chat. We're passing it to chat. Be good and stick to the plan and actually prepare for a tournament that you're traveling to in like a month and play Sylvaneth that I've only played once. Or, play Headcracker. 2 games in. Maybe, potentially. But for this game, Headcracker or Sylvaneth is the way. I think Falax has joined the chat. Falax has joined the chat.
Yeah, I was just looking for a like nice way to announce my entry, but I didn't find one. Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking of playing Sylvaneth myself. But obviously if you're playing Sylvaneth, I'm gonna play something else. I'm not playing the Corn Mortals because you're not. Yeah, you don't get. Listen, I've done it before where I've played my list against you before a tournament, and then we played in a tournament, and you were like, "I know how to play this list." You ain't getting reps on me, bro. So I'm gonna play something else. I have had a big craving to play the Green Boys, so I think I might just try and do that.
Okay, so Green Boys. So we're talking about Iron Jaws, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, sexy. Okay,
we don't do Cruel Boys here. Well, I mean, I have, and I can, but like it just doesn't feel.
I like Cruel
It doesn't
Boys.
feel stupid enough.
They're so stupable, but also Cruel Boys with Headcracker is.
That's true, yeah.
It is calling at some point for sure. Okay, so I have a lobby set up. Chat also voted Tree Boys. Grumpy Guard, you're a toast. Are you doing branches now? I am doing branches. We're playing trees. At Warcries in the West next month, I am taking Sylvaneth. I am taking this exact list, in fact, because this is what I've bought, and I bought it without even testing it. So I have jumped in potentially prematurely, but we'll find out.
Right.
I think it's a good list.
Is it a list that I've been playing for 2 No, it isn't because you've got Anslayne and Scath. Good. Okay, good.
Yes. No, I was going to take your list. Absolutely not.
No, I don't
Although
mind.
I
But, like,
I didn't even think about double Huntmaster scythe. I didn't even think that would
Uh,
fit. So you know.
no, well, it's a Huntmaster scythe and a regular Hunter scythe. But yeah, no, chat. I will say, so with Sylvaneth, I've seen people play it. They're very good, but I have a list that is very similar to this. But I just with Anslayne, I prefer having the second Spite Revenant. Oh, sorry, I prefer having the second Tree Revenant, which I'm now realizing isn't that particularly. Yeah, okay, I see the point of having Anslayne over another Tree Revenant, but yeah, it's been stupidly good. It's my list of like, oh, I'm gonna play my weak list, which is Sylvaneth with 2 scythes. That tells you what I think weak lists are. Well, anyways,
Well, I think
it's
with,
doing really well.
I think with Sylvaneth, they're good.
Constantly and continuously. Yeah, but I'm surprised because like I never expected to do well, and somehow it fucking works. So, Sylvaneth.
So I'm going to ask a question, right? Because I don't know Sylvaneth quite as much, and I've got some wiggle room in points. So I've got 2 spites for 2 nets, which seems solid, and 1 tree. This leaves me with 20 points left over. If I change a spite for a second tree, I get 30.
Yeah.
Is that worth it to give the Huntmaster +1 attack, or even the Hunter with sword +1 damage?
Possibly.
Or do I keep the 2 nets and just like rock like +1 strength on this guy?
The Hunter with +1 damage is pretty good because that just makes it pretty much same as the Huntmaster, or very similar at least. How much more is it for a Spite Revenant hero? Because the hero version is 4424, which is
right. That's interesting.
pretty.
I imagine close to 50 points. I'll check that.
It's quite a lot, I think.
I imagine quite a bit.
Anything over 100 is a bit much.
He's 140. He's a 5424, in fact. He's actually pretty blended.
5424. Yeah, it's pretty good, but like it's not something that your list currently needs.
I think keeping the 2 nets is probably what I want to do here.
Sure.
But
I will say
I am very tempted to potentially go with like an extra Tree Revenant.
Yeah.
Instead. I don't know.
Yeah, I will say I need to go and heat up dinner. So if we can make this quick, that would be really good.
Quick is fine. What mission do you want to play? Do you have a preference of mission at all?
I do not. Do we have Andy's missions in this?
Yes, but they're so complex that it defaults to read the cards as opposed to putting them on the actual thing. I believe.
Fair. I mean, no, it's up to you. Like, we can do that. I think there's the missions from Defiant are in there. We can do one of those.
We can do. I'll roll a dice for it.
Oh shit! Someone said Morgok went up in points, so now I'm like, is my list not gonna work?
2, 3.
Is my old list not gonna fucking work?
Maybe.
We'll
pull the Beckoning Crown, by the way, just so you're aware.
Sick. I like the Beckoning Crown.
4 treasures, 1 objective. Oh, so yeah, you've got a hold the treasures whilst also navigating objectives. Okay, I get it. Excellent.
Yeah. Okay, now the list still works. Shoot.
That's handy. We'll go like Badoosh.
And
like a Badoosh. Whoa. Yeah, too much text and complexity in Andy's missions to effectively fit in, sadly. According to Ziggy. We'll put like Anslayne over here. Honestly, like, deployment groups just do not. It's as one of my biggest weaknesses as a player is deployment groups. is I never quite know what I'm doing with them.
I mean, I always know what I want to do with them, but whether that works is a different thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Beckoning Crown. Damn. These mission cards. Oh, that little thing. Love it so much.
It's great.
Thank you. A big thank you to Canva, the sponsor of this. No, but Canva has been really good for like designing this shit.
You're big Angels, right? Okay,
Yes.
Yeah. Oof, terrifying.
I don't know. I put my Mega Boss on the thing that comes in round 2. Like an idiot.
I mean, that just means I've got to move forward. There is no bad deployments, right? Because if it was a weak deployment back here, I wouldn't give a shit. I'll vibe back here and make it come to me. It's a Mega Boss there. I'm like, okay, I need to go this way, which is towards all the other guys, right?
That's true. Right, sick. Let's do attack a defender.
Attack defender.
He's...
It's a battle with.
Oh, okay. I see. This game's gonna be super slow because we're both gonna be rolling garbage.
Cool. You can deploy first, my good man.
That is fair. That's the color.
Ooh. I've got to pick the color as well. God damn it. Okay. Do I take like blue? That really matters. Not really. What's my hammer like? Hammer's got Skaith. Skaith's fast enough to do. Yeah, I'll go blue.
Oh, can you upgrade me, please?
I can indeed.
Thank you.
By the way, Toasty, why did you not take Fight for Profit? I don't know what that means. Sorry, Grumpy.
Well,
I am not a dwarf.
yeah.
My go-to there.
Do we mean like kill?
I don't know. The mission Fight for Profit? Oh, it's only daggers turn 1. Okay. It's both of our small groups turn 1. I love it.
Right. So, one sec. Let me see. So, okay. So, I have access to the document where Badger is working these missions, in case made changes to wording, text, and a bunch of other things here and there. So every now and again, I'll go in and one of the missions will be like either slightly different or like changed or this or that. So I'm just gonna have a quick look to see if we've actually changed anything here.
Good point. This is terrifying, by the way. Just, like, seeing a Morgok, a Thug, and a Mega Boss all in one list. No, fine.
Yeah, no, this is unchanged. Sick.
Beautiful.
Right, so I'm deploying first, and I am which color?
You're red.
I am red. Okay.
If you don't fight for profit, what are you even fighting for? Christoph, was that a Shadow the Hedgehog reference? No, a 0 for Mega Man X6 reference. What's the horn guy? Yeah, the horn guy. Yeah, the Carthane. He's pretty good. I like him a lot, but I didn't have the points for him, sadly. Right, okay, I've got two fucking nets. I have nets. I can net things.
Okay. You sometimes have nets.
I have nets.
Don't rely on those nets too much.
true, but you have lots of scary things. I have nets potentially.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's me. Deployed.
Okay. You have threat range of 3 plus another 3 because of charge. So 7. Haha.
7. Ah.
I believe I am echoing occasionally through your thing to my thing. I assume
That's weird.
chat is not getting that picked up. I'm getting picked up. It's very occasional. But oh no, it's wrong there.
Okay. I don't know if my just too good. Let me just turn it off.
Like honestly, I feel like there's treasure here and here, right, and also on your side too. And the terrain is so awkward that getting to it is like almost impossible.
Yeah.
It's like fuck it, we're going to charge in the center and have a good time. That's me done. I will also deploy aggressively.
Yeah, I was going to say I deploying that aggressively. Like, I'm not coming in like that aggressively.
This sort of
On that hunt master, like
really?
fuck that.
I mean, to be fair, right? This like thug could probably go toe hunt master and potentially even win.
No.
Toughness 4, dude.
No, he's toughness. Yeah, that's still not.
You've got
not
tough up.
enough, I don't
You're
think.
a 5-5-2-5.
Not sure, but I can't do all of it. If I could do all of it, if I could charge to you and do duff up, then maybe. But I can't do all of it, so I am not fighting
That's
this
fair.
battle on your terms. Right, let's. Good luck.
I'm over here actually. I'm sort of like
Put it back.
I'm
Don't put it back.
pondering. That'll be fine. Okay.
That's
no
fair.
no deaths have
That's
been rolled.
smart.
No changes.
'Cause
Badoosh.
No, that's fine. Yeah. No, because see, if I got like a really good triple, I'm not getting a really good triple. But if I had, that would have been trouble. That
Obviously,
would have been a lot of trouble.
the toxic male urge to run Ilthari forward and do the reaping on 2 guys on a quad 6 is real.
Oh shit, that wouldn't be bad.
It wouldn't be too shabby, but I'm not going to do it. I think it's a bit silly. I have 1
Boo.
dice, so you have initiative for
Go
sure.
on, chat. Yeah. So I'm saving mine. Like, I ain't fucking doing shit. this stuff. You
I'm
can
gonna-
have victory points.
I'm going to bank mine as well.
Okay.
I am in no rush. Do you want to go first?
Right. Give me a sec. I just need to see something. Oh boy. Okay. No, you can go first.
Okay. I don't want to go first. That's my issue. I don't want to go first. You can't make us. Although you can make us, which is the issue. Okay, I think Ilthari is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Ilthari is going to go over here. Okay.
Can
Thari's-
Ilthari fly? I feel like she can fly.
No.
No. Okay.
She'll skedaddle to here. She can't get in one move anyway, so I'm going to do that and climb, then whatever, right? So my second move
Yeah.
to here. I'm going to pick it up.
Okay.
And what's coming on your shield? Oh yeah, scary shit, no matter what.
Yeah. And like, there's no good shit. Like, you can't get away from it.
We then teleport for free. Goodbye.
You could. Where are you going? Yes. Oh, yes. Please. Anywhere here is fine.
This corner ain't too shabby. As far away as humanly possible from all your guys. You aren't that fast. Get out of here.
I am not. I
You're
am
not
not.
that fast.
But you're forgetting things. You're forgetting what the mission does. Should have made a triple. just to be on the safe side.
That's true. You could always move it towards the center, I guess.
Right,
That's
I'm
all thoroughly done.
I'm gonna wait with the art boy. Wait, that's not the right button. Fuck. That's it. And menu? No. Options? Game keys. There we go. Keypad 3? Keypad 3. There we go. Yes, I'm gonna wait for the art boy.
How much do I want to just stand here?
However much you would like.
Quite a bit. Quite a bit, not gonna lie. I could also, I don't actually get there. It's quite the distance, but we could go like 4.
Yeah, that would get you
That's too far.
just on the other side. Do you have any dice? You have a bunch of dice, dude.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough because I've got to get from here. I've got 6 inches of movement. I don't think I've got enough movement to actually get to. It's like if I would go like, if I only go like 4 to here, I've got 2 inches.
Yeah.
Do you measure 2 inches from me?
Easy.
I could. Hang on. You've got a Morgott coming, right?
Yes. There's no way you can take this without being at risk. Also, you should probably move this, yeah.
A Hoodmaster could probably fight a Morgott
Possibly.
for a little bit. Not for very long. For a little bit. Seems silly. Because that's an unsupported Morgott, Huntmaster, without his teleport to escape, because I've popped it to get early points over here. Right, so you have a 3-inch move with charge. So I think the Huntmaster is going to go. I can't. My abilities aren't doing anything this turn, which is fine. He's just going to move. I'm just going to wait.
Okay.
Fuck it. I'm just going to wait. There's no actual haste to move.
Okay. That's gonna work. Just to get the angle right. There we go.
Cool.
It's gone nuts with a rush.
I'm going to rush too.
Good.
Should not. Yeah, we're fine. You can't engage us. We can sort of like vibe. Come poke in the ass later on. Maybe. Wonderful. So I believe I scored a point.
Yeah, you get a point.
I am up. There's no catch-up mechanic in this one, is there?
No. I don't think so.
That's fine. And if you hold the objective at the end, it's like you get 3 points.
It's 3 points, yeah.
That's a pretty big swing. Cool. Let's go.
Right.
Push 10-2.
It's nice and quick. Wunderbar.
Oh, shit. Should Phallus have gotten a free move on the weight? Yes.
Oh, shit. Yes. Okay. I mean, I don't think I could have. Oh, okay. Yes. And you waited before I moved him, right?
Yes.
Now what's going to happen?
Nice.
It has to. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Well, all good.
This is all fine.
Thanks, chat.
Shame he forgot. Haha.
Thanks,
I mean,
Ziggy.
not really. If he'd moved the odd boy, yes. Moving Thug doesn't actually matter all that much. In terms of like what happened for the rest of the game. But wonderful. I got 2 doubles.
Yes. Right.
Cool.
Let's.
I re-rolled my dice for no reason at all. I don't know why. I did the wrong thing. I will go back.
It's in the. Yeah, it's in the chat, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. Well, I mean, you went for a reroll.
Yeah, I went to roll for like one dice, but they completely spazzed out. It was 2 2s, 2 4s.
Yeah, 2 2s, 2 4s, a 1 and a 3.
1 3. We fixed it. There we go. Excellent. So you
Okay.
get 5.
So I rolled a 5, yeah.
I get a 2. So you have
Okay,
a
so I'll
difference,
go
yeah?
first.
Hey,
we're gonna-
Kit, how's it going, man?
Hey,
I spent,
Kit.
I spent a command point for a full reroll. I did. Is that
okay?
is that a wah coming out?
This is- No.
Honestly, right. My biggest issue with Sylvaneth is their lack of triples. In this list specifically, I have 1 triple. It's not useful. Should I put both my nets?
Yeah, I'm
with-
gonna make a triple, and I'm gonna try and go first because it would be good.
That's fair. I will also make a triple.
Mhm.
I don't really think anything else matters too much. You're already in my face. I can't really do much about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're in south range. If you try to stop us, you're in south range. Kind of fine. Kind of vibing. I'll bank the last one.
Oh, okay. Right. So I'm going first, right? So stupid. Right. Do I deploy first?
You do.
Okay, sick. Well, I'm gonna do the rogue special.
Honestly, right.
Oh no, I can't fit him. I can't fit him.
Honestly, right.
Yep.
Fuck people who do that.
Well, it's fine. Listen,
fine.
if I have to
I'm-
deal with having a dank old Trogoth,
I'm doing it too. I don't give a shit. Like, you know. Don't worry. Oh no. Whatever can I do with my skates? It's going there.
okay, you know what? I can't even be mad at that.
Exactly. Fuck you, I can do it too.
I mean, that's very fair. That's very fair. So that boy's gonna go there. This boy's gonna go here. And Thug, what's your deal? 4425. Is there a chance? There is a chance. Shake. Okay, cool. I should have done all of mine and then you do all of yours, but yes.
That's very true, actually. Yeah,
You're good to go.
I've got some boys left.
Yeah.
Let's like go like. I just want to pressure the middle a bit. You know what I mean? I doubt you're getting over here anytime soon. You are slow as fucking molasses. Theoretically. The leader isn't a beast, so I don't know how you do it. Who's not a beast? Oh, here we go. Git Squig Herder's movability works on Gorgers. How have I not used this?
No.
That's because is there an ally? You can ally in a Squig Herder, right? Because the actual Morpack leader is not a leader. Is not a beast. So you couldn't ally in the clawback and gain advantage from that. Theoretically. No, Grumpy Guard, the Gorger ability is to make something not a beast for a turn. Hey, there's a Squig Herder and Zarbag Gits. Sorted. Take a Zarbag plus that Herder into a Gorger Morpack list and move the Gorgers who aren't a clawback for free. On a triple, I think. It's very expensive. Arguably not really worth it. Because a triple, as a triple, it just kind of makes us a bit sad.
Okay.
It's not that fast. He's only moving 8. He can't quite get over there.
Yeah, well, I wanted to check that. So I need to remind myself how things work. So
Kit, the lists are Iron Jaws versus Sylvaneth. So it's a very killy Iron Jaws, like Morgok, Mega Boss, Thug list. Oh, there's an echo again. Versus my Sylvaneth, which is big trees, little trees, and half man, half horse. Cue music from On Company Time. The double from Hrothgorn make a beast. Oh! Yeah, you could, actually taking Hrothgorn into Gorger Morpack would be quite handy. And there is definitely a Gorger Morpack list that can take Hrothgorn quite comfortably. Because Hrothgorn then opens up all his chaff, which are nice and cheap.
Okay. Right. He can't do war, can he? That's a brute thing. Oh, he can. Okay, cool.
It's a hero thing.
Sick. So as much as I want to start here, it's a bad idea because of this little fucker and the fact that you have a triple. So we're gonna up here, pick this up. Ooh. Pick this up with the cardboard wood chop.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Skaith's going to go.
Fair.
Move 4. Pick it up. I have 2 inches of movement left.
No. Yes.
Yes.
Correct. Correct.
Yes.
Now you have
then
another 5.
I have another 6 because I am movement 8.
Oh, it's -2. It's not -3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
-2. So we'll go. Ooh. So I don't waste any movement on rotating. So we'll go 2, and then we'll go 4. I don't care engaging this little guy over here. I am happy. Don't want to rush. I could like rush and like kind of do things as well here. I don't think so. I think I'm fine just sort of like vibing over here.
Love that. Love that. So, have you considered this?
Yes.
I come here.
Oh,
I
shield
do an
bash.
attack.
Fuck. Yeah.
So I'll do an
Yeah.
attack. So that's 3 on
Whoops.
4s.
Just treasure me. Okay. Sure.
Then that's fucking 8 damage.
Nice. Let's see it.
And then we shield bash you 3 back. We should. Oh, sorry. You do it.
Yep. So I got 3 back.
Yeah.
Whee! Hello.
Hi. Over to you.
I mean, it burnt your wire, so like I'm not too concerned about it. And I've got so many guys over here that I'm not too concerned about it either. I mean, it could be better, obviously, but kind of vibe with it. Okay. And it's unlikely Thug will kill me on one swing. And he can't pick it up if he does, because he can't just engage and get it. So, kind of okay there for now. Theoretically. Of course, you saw my sneaky plan over here. Wasn't too sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm happy with you getting these 2. That's fine. But
If I'd gotten that
yeah,
one, I think it would be game
that
over.
would probably be
I would
game.
have,
Yeah,
I would have 3 over here.
You would
plus
just
this
teleport
one,
here, and there's no way I'm getting across.
I'll just
100%.
consolidate the hunters. Good luck, right? Like, it
Yeah,
happened, really.
And by the time the Mega Boss is here, you are drinking pina coladas somewhere in, the Caribbean.
I am very far ahead at that point, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I guess it's not ideal. I think the mistake would be to start trying to like kill Thug with like these guys, because it's just not happening. So I'm going to go with the Huntmaster and just start swinging the scythe. Because might as well, right? He's the least impactful PCR right now. Because he's engaged. So he's going to use an onslaught because I don't have anything else to do with my abilities.
Oh, okay.
We're swinging. Hit on 3s because I'm swinging 6.
Did you bless him? Yeah, cool. All right.
Yes. 5
That's
attacks. Hit on 3s. Prepared to die, hopefully.
That's probably.
Get absolutely fucking
Yeah,
wrecked,
okay.
bro. I can
Yeah,
do
if
that
you're gonna
too.
roll like that, yeah.
I
What do you
can
mean
do
you
that.
can do that too? I got 1 crit and 2 hits on 4s. That's not. That's not this.
That's a third of my wounds. That's too many. And honestly, the temptation, like one is like ignore this entirely, just like waddle down here, is very high.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Fuck it, yeah, we're waddling.
Waddle, waddle. Sick.
Weaving in range. Let's go. There we go. We've successfully waddled and got a kill, which is always fun. So now, what, two
Nice.
models ahead now? Because you had 7, right? Fucking this list having 7 models makes me sick. The amount of kill in this list is just wild for 7.
Okay, cool. We need to clear one of the spites. I would
You
say
don't
we
have-
need to play both of the spites.
I mean, you don't have to. You can just like be my friend, you know.
Let's. I'm already a friend,
Aw.
but also I'm gonna hit you very hard. Let me just double check. Duff Up the Big Thing has thingy, doesn't it?
It's +1 strength, +1 attack against
15 or more. Yeah, these guys aren't 15. I'm still hitting on threes though. Now the question is, someone smarter than me will know the averages for fucking whether I should or should not be onslaughting, but we're gonna go first to hit the one on this side, and we'll take it from there.
I will use vengeful sprites. Spites?
That's
Spites.
fair. Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
I
So
take
that's 9.
You take 4.
Yeah, and I take 4. That's fine.
Clawback, Zarbag, Gorge of a Club, Zarbag's Squig, Snirk. Honestly, that all sounds good. It's all named and it's all fucking goblin shit. I'm sure it's fine. It looks good. Clawback's always good. So.
Okay. Why is it not? What are you doing?
10.1.
And that's
also 10.1. Nice.
Yeah. I should have done onslaught. So we are going to hit.
Are you going to split fire? Oh, the mad
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Potentially.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Right.
That's a
okay,
live.
let's do it again. Let's
Vengeful,
hope for the best.
vengeful
I mean,
spites.
you probably will live, but like that's not.
I
2,
take
4,
6.
6. Yeah.
You take 3.
I take 3. Cool.
Interesting.
That's fine because it clears space and attacks. Over to you.
Right, so temptation to like activate a spite and heal is quite high at this point. It's only healing 2.
Oh shit! Yeah, good point.
I should have probably unslowed on the triple here to heal more, and then he'd be much healthier. But I don't think I am going to do that. These guys are out of range to attack, even with charge, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So these are alive at least for another turn, which is fine. This spite. He's swinging.
Okay.
Why not? Look at this gauge, I guess. But like, yeah, hit on 5s, but it's like 4 attacks. You never know. Disengage potential though. The disengage. Freeze them up for next turn to like skedaddle somewhere else. You've got no ranged.
No.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to lose 2 guys. I'm 2 guys up. I don't want to lose that advantage with these 2 being killed by 1 fucking thug. Honestly. But he is the least valuable. He's in the worst position because he's facing this way. So he's going to swing in. 4 attacks on 5s. And pray for like 4 6s. My guy just did a win. That's him done.
All right, so
Send him.
yeah, I got to, don't I? Okay. No, yeah. I don't mind being in range. I mind being engaged. Sick. All right. And
Is that War Morgie done?
Yeah, that's him.
Right. I kind of want Anslane to sort of like step up and take the treasure, honestly, but it's just not ideal because she can't escape, whilst this guy could if things go bad in this corner. Hang on. Interesting. I'm just reading the okay, within 3. Okay, so I need to be on the objectives to be able to do the beckoning crown to pull things. Okay. Pulling this guy out of combat will actually be pretty sick, but I'm a bit too far away for that. So let's go with the Tree Revenant. The Tree Revenant is going to go and just going to teleport. Whoop. It's like, yep. And then move away. Whee! Just got a lobby somewhere.
Okay.
Just have treasures nice and secure. For as long as possible, because it's going to go very wrong very quickly. Because there's a Mega Boss and a Morgok on the way. Anslane, the Revenant Archer, is not particularly useful right now because you are Iron Jaws. But she will fire twice into this Mega Boss. I could move.
Sure.
Far away, Emma. Move once, fire. Probably better. I shall move once. And then...
Doesn't matter if you give him cover.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. And then give you a cheeky shot, hoping for some crits, because that's her only value.
Go for it.
Legend.
That'll do it. Is that 8?
8. Yeah.
28? 27.
Yeah. Anslane, doing Anslane things. This happens more than you think. I don't know why. It's just it always feels good when that happens in a 65-point archer.
I mean that checks out.
The fact as well as she can change buff
it?
a crit to 5 with Vigor and Wrath, it feels even better for 10 damage. Unsurprisingly. Oh, it's my go, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let's get this Colonel Hunter going. I don't really think within 4 you, but we do want to sort of like move like hyper aggressively.
That's fair.
We'll support the center and all that. You have an odd boy.
Do have an art boy. So nice of you to notice.
Honestly, I think Ilthari's just got like start moving in. So the potential of a quad just to go poof.
Yeah.
She can't really.
I mean, I
would.
I wouldn't mind that.
Currently, just kind of protected. Like where she is, there's enough like bodies and choke holds to make it kind of difficult.
I am hoping that I can do things, but I don't know if it's gonna work. I need a very specific. It's all you, by the way. So I'm assuming you've just. Yeah. I need a very specific kind of role to be able to do anything here. Don't do that.
Why? He blocks this whole path. What do you mean? What if this one guy stops all of these guys getting through here?
Yeah,
He's
fair,
too
fair.
important. So I score 3 points to your 1, I believe.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
you've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 1. And this is now mine.
it is. So you have a 3-point swing at
Sick.
the end of the game, potentially, which is kind of scary.
Potentially,
Diggy toast his hexing dice again. Sometimes I get bad days, sometimes I have good days, and so far it's been quite a good day.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Let-
Okay, there's no quads happening this time. Unfortunate, of course. So I have initiative. You
Yeah,
have
same.
one wild dice.
I do have 1 wild dice. Oh shit. Okay. That's terrible dice for you. Well, I
There's,
mean, it's good because you're going first, but
Yeah, there's a easier to read version of all the missions in the TTS pack. That was handily provided at the actual event. But yeah, they are quite hard to read on the actual in their full glory. Do I need a triple? And the answer is no. Do I need doubles? Probably. Can you steal initiative for that? Yes. Let's not let that happen. Sorted. Over to you, good sir.
could have done with a natural triple in this case. Right, so we're gonna make one of these.
A triple one. Scary.
Yep. Sick.
Okay. I hate doing this. I fucking cannot abide by nets on 3+. Right?
Yeah.
It is the fucking way though, right? Sadly, it is the way here. I just fucking hate doing it. And it'll immediately make us go, I wish I was playing Splinter Fang. Because I hate them so much. So, Spite Revenant has to go.
Yep.
And he has to net Morgok. I fucking hate it though. Because it's going to fit. It always fails. But we're going to do it on 3+. Morgok gets netted and he makes my day. But thank fuck for that. Honestly, right, my heart skips a beat every time. 3+ nets.
No, I know.
That's so like.
No, you need to understand. I played the game versus my local boy Callum, and he was playing a really swanky list with a new Kado, and I did 3 nets that game, and I rolled 3 ones.
Honestly, I can't handle it. Like when you
It's
need
terrible.
something to go off and it fails. I've wasted an activation on a bad unit because nets aren't typically good units. I've wasted ability dice. It's a cascading effect of just unending sadness.
100%.
Alas,
100%.
he'll then wait because attacking is just opens up to being countered to death. All that nonsense. I don't want that.
And okay, right. So the reason this is a problem is because it gets in the way of what I wanted to do. Of course, we're not with them for. God forbid we would be with them for.
Firex plays Smash Brothers with items enabled.
So we're gonna charge. Can you get what? I don't get that. I don't play Smash Brothers. Me and Nintendo are not friends.
Yeah, Nintendo are
Right.
shitheads, but developers themselves aren't. I'm fine with Smash Brothers.
Yeah. No, I mean, don't have a problem with the game, but it's just not happened. Sick. Okay, cool. We're doing an attack, 3 dice and 3s.
Vengeful Spites.
Okay,
Nailed it.
that's
Bonk.
2 damage on me. Oh, good.
Best case scenario, Thug gets absolutely just mulched by this guy. Is it going to happen? Unlikely.
Quite possibly. Quite
But
probably, actually. You're hitting on
really
3s.
I can't do much about it, is the issue. Like, Skaith is stuck. And Skaith cannot continue to be stuck. He has to be able to move somewhere. So, yeah, we swing big scythe. Big scythe goes swing. We even pop double to go swing harder. 5 dice. Hit on 3s. Does Thug want to react?
No. I either survive or I don't on this.
That's 9. Only 9.
Yep.
That's only 9, right?
Just
Sadly,
do the same when we're good.
I need better than this. I can't afford to do. I need slightly better would be nice. Come on. Come on. 9 again. God damn
Wonderful.
it. That's fair.
Okay, so the
I say
problem
fair.
here is that I attack you and you do the fucking thing.
Yep.
And that's gonna make me very, very sad. So
Yep.
So let's have a look and see if we can.
You burnt a double, didn't you, for charge before, right?
I did, yes, I did. I did.
The Mega Boss can kill a Hunt Master. Come on. Come on. He's not bait. Go
Son
for
of
it.
That's not my point.
See, just to point out, you did
Absolute.
shield bash me to that position. So really, this is all you.
I did. Yeah, I know. Right, okay.
Not to
Okay.
rub it in.
I know, so that's not a problem. If I'd done it the other way around. So
Okay.
I thought that I didn't need the 4s because of I was just going to use it for inspiring presence.
Oh, okay.
But the problem here is that it's not fucking inspiring presence I need here. So if I had the 4, that would have been super simple. We do the thing, you come here, and that is still a bit too far out, but I can at least engage you with the Mega Boss and, call it a day. We are gonna stuff up the big thing to make our chances better and hit you with Thug. So 5 dice hitting on 3s,
Cool.
basically.
I will use Vengeful Spites.
Have you activated with this one?
Yeah, he just hit Stug for 18 damage.
Yes, but then you can move in with that. Actually, yeah, because I was like, oh, you're gonna counter, but no, you actually have vengeful spite.
It's my biggest love of Sylvaneth is they've got shit toughness, but have better counter.
Yes, yeah, that's true. You can come in and throw an attack. You can. Now, you know what? We're gonna
Charging?
do this. We're gonna charge this way. And then we're going to move 6.
Nice. Not quite engaged, but you are definitely threatening all my scary, all my things. Not scary. These aren't scary things.
Yes.
These are bad things.
Yes.
But they are being threatened.
We're going to use that for the triple.
That's fine. Honestly, Anne's lane, by the way, moving here was kind of clutch because it sort of defends Authority from the direct move.
Sure.
So, unintentional good thing. Skaith's going to go, and he's going to throw a javelin into Thug because fuck you and counter, right?
So I've got. Do I have a thing?
Oh, actually, hang on. You have T5, right?
Yeah.
I just might fail to kill you, and then I can't, and then Vengeful Spites fails, and I get absolutely just completely trounced on.
Uh-huh.
You know what? The Spite Revenant's going to go. He's going to try and poke you.
Yeah, that was my assumption.
Skaith throwing a javelin as a last resort, maybe. But
yeah.
For now,
I don't think Thug is gonna see the end of this.
I'm hoping not. Do you want to counter though?
No.
That is the damage I need.
Okay.
So Skaith is now open to move again. Thankfully.
Yep.
The shield, not obviously, but shield bash being a push. I tell people endlessly that push is amazing and do it more. And then obviously because I then walk directly into the push to showcase why push is so good. So good.
Yeah.
You could always wait on Morgok, by the way. If you wanted to drain me of actions.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I needed Skaith to die this round. I don't see a path for me through this round. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I'm yeah. It's a bad spot because I'm scoring another 3 points just into your 1.
Exactly. And I was hoping that I would get the dice for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting the dice for it.
Morgok getting netted as well was also massive.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Because this whole chokehold
But the thing is, if I couldn't have had them engaged. But I couldn't have had them engaged because my plan was go first, inspiring presence.
Of course.
And then just blend.
Honestly,
and move out.
I need to stop thinking, yes, you're going to do what? It's fucking you. Your thoughts always, can I inspiring presence first? If you make a triple, I think, what are the inspiring presence plays? Because people obviously know it exists. It's not all that common still, but you use it every fucking game. And it catches us out every game.
I swear to God, if people learn, and chat, this is directly to you. If you want to actually come up, like on your next tournament, if you want to win an extra game, just think inspiring presence, and not just think how can I inspiring presence this round. Think how can I set it up so that next round, if I get initiative and a triple, I can ruin this person's day. Yesterday, I played with Rob, and Rob absolutely went like it's Rob is Rob, right? Like we started the game in round one. He takes one of my most valuable pieces out because I'm an idiot and I let it out in the open, and he had a bot boy boss, I want to say, and
Likely.
and a Gorlot. Shot my ritualist immediately, and an inspiring presence play got me back in the game.
Yeah.
Because I set my pieces so that I took second activation was mine, and I took like 3 of his pieces out, and then suddenly I have the upper hand. So yeah, like I feel like this is something you may think about more due to you playing Questor so much. I really haven't played Questors too much. I've played a lot of Warrior Chamber. But yeah, like if you get inspiring presence and knowing when to disengage, as you showed, is like if you know how to use those two things, you're gonna win 1 to 2 games extra.
Yeah, no, Inspiring Presence is really powerful, and I think this is almost like a mirror. If you imagine that this is like a building, like a ruined building, a similar scenario of just bottlenecking and blocking a lane through to my squishy treasure carriers happened in Warhammer World with a zombie. Right? It was just like, cool, you have guys coming to get my cool stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a zombie there, and
Yes.
good luck eating through that guy. Well, these guys are all safe for a whole turn because you can't really get over here. It's too big to effectively climb over. You can't go around it. Like standing still here was but over here was fine because he was on low wounds. His only escape was to death. This guy disengaging was vital. Him dying is just a wasted model. Here he's continues to be an absolute thorn in your side.
Yeah.
Because if you kill him with this guy, well, now Morgar can't get through. So, and vice versa. If Morgar goes, he can't get through. So even in death, he will continue to be a dickhead. So, disengages and inspirings are very important.
Yeah.
And I always forget inspiring as a thing that you do because you do it more often than anyone else on the planet. I comfortably say you do it more than anyone else on the planet. It's kind of insane. But I think it's your turn.
I do
Sorry.
No, I thought it was after I moved the Mega Boss. No, I'm just gonna wait on more talk. My first claim to fame, the first time anything of mine was ever mentioned in anything, it was Mike mentioning me using Inspiring Presence to clutch was it a victory? I think it was either a victory or a draw, but he was playing this really cool list, which was Chimera. It was TTS on at the TTS Championship tournament thing, and he had a Chimera, and I had to figure out how to get one of my treasure carriers out of the way, pick up another treasure. Just a whole thing. Like it was like 4 specific moves that needed to happen in a very specific succession, and it was using Inspiring Presence to do that. The thing is, right, what happens very often, what happened to my game yesterday, what happens to games very often is I go for really far-fetched plans where I need very specific things to happen, like me to roll really well, or me to get specific triples and doubles and stuff like that. And then it doesn't work. And then I just work off of the plan. I just kind of go, well, this isn't working. How can we salvage this? And then I find a solution through that. But if I just have better plans to begin with, I wouldn't be in this position. So, yeah.
I have a tendency to overthink my plans. So especially in warbands that I can't outfight. So I get especially stressed fighting Iron Jaws and
Yeah,
ogres.
no, I mean, we said
Even
this
though
would
my
be
actual
fast.
win record against ogres and Iron Jaws is staggeringly high, I get disproportionately stressed playing into them because I can't just hit them with sticks and kill them. Because the Unga Bunga winners wants to just hit things with sticks and kill them. However, the simple plan often works well into Killy Warbands because their plan's so simple, typically. So my plan was get as many people into this corner as possible and hope for the best. And that was the whole plan.
Yeah.
That continues to be the plan, is to hide in the
Yeah.
corner and
I
win.
mean, it works.
It's simple, there's
I mean,
nothing
if it works,
spicy.
it works, you know?
Nothing
Yeah.
spicy. It's down to, obviously, then your opponent, so Phylax in this case, to then figure out how to thwart my plan. And that fucking shield bash was one of them. That
Well,
thwarted me.
yes.
That was a bit of a thwart. That caused some on-the-fly amending to try and fix.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things where I don't know if me being in here versus me actually staying the fuck out of engagement would have maybe been better.
Right.
But I don't know. Right? Make a move, mister.
Ilthari, blasting twice. Double
Yeah, go for it.
blasting with that Ilthari beam. Hit on 5s.
Okay.
That's 6 damage. We'll take it.
Okay.
Ilthari beam, go.
All right. I'm just going to wait on Morgok again.
Tree Revenant. Flee. Only 6 though, because you're slowed by...
Leave her alive. Yes.
Hang on, actually. Can I just quickly just amend this to go more like this?
Sure.
To give Ansley a bit of an out.
Sure.
Ansley falls back slightly and takes a shot into the Mega Boss, fishing for 6s.
Sure.
That's too many dice. I'll roll only the 2.
That's fine. I'll take it.
It's still just 1.
Cool.
Up. That is Ansley done. We engage and we swing at the Mega Boss.
Go for it.
Hitting on 4s, I believe.
Yep.
4 dice. It's 5 damage.
Nice.
We're getting through them. We're slowly, we're slowly whittling them down. That's the Huntmaster done. I've got Skaith left. You're all done now, right?
Yeah.
Skaith goes... Right. 2 options. Mega Boss is an issue because he probably can't effectively go this way. So he's going this way, but he's also engaged, so it's like a disengage from the charge. You get like 1 attack off roll, which is kind of fine. Skaith is probably safe in that case, just running this way. I think he will.
6.
So running is 12. So like kind of like here.
Huh?
No, because Mega Boss going this way, you don't have the models to pick up the treasure. So me dropping doesn't actually matter. Skaith getting killed next to Ard Boys, bad play by me, because that gives you points. Morgok is the safest guy because he's so far away from anyone relevant once I move. So I think going like 3.5 to here. Then I have 9.5 left. I think it's a case of just going this way.
Wait, how much did you move here?
3.5.
Okay, just
Oh yeah, so 3.5. I've got another 2.5 left, so we'll go like we'll do it properly.
Yeah.
To here,
engagement.
not an engagement, and then we'll go another 6
Yeah.
to here, and that is as far away from anyone scary as humanly possible.
Okay.
Bar and our
Sick.
boy, he was admittedly quite scary, but not scarier than
I don't think.
an,
Yeah, I don't think
an
he's
upside down
that
Morgoth
scary.
who's preparing
Yeah,
to tunnel under the terrain.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
So that's
Cool.
going another
Okay.
3 there to 1.
Yeah.
I had initiative going into the final turn.
And yeah, lovely.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you very much.
No quad. Honestly, the Elthari quad, I was kind of like hoping to get it one day. I've had it once. It was when I was allying Elthari into Twistwield, and my god, it killed. It didn't kill a lot. It did. Hit, I think it was 8 models in a Idril and Riverblade swarm, and like hit them all for 6 damage. And I was just like, oh my god, just staggering amounts of destruction. Right, so I have initiative. You have 1 wild dice. You can't really steal it. You could try to, I guess. I don't need a triple. Yeah, I make a single. I maintain initiative.
Sure. Yeah. I can only do this.
Right. So again, pondering the potential threat of a again.
Why is my Morgoth like?
Oh, he's slightly in
Why
the
is
ground.
she shaking?
Oh,
There we go.
going crazy.
Oh, my boy's terrified.
Oh, Alex, your quick rules question. If you did face of the bad moon and someone engaged holding treasure, would it do? Yes, it would automatically do d6. If they can't disengage because they're... Hang on. Yes, if they can't disengage for whatever reason, it's auto d6. So yeah, if they're holding treasure, they would just explode, basically. In that instance as well, you'd absolutely do face the bad moon, wait, then face the bad moon, and do 2d6. For just catastrophic levels of damage. Right, so I have a few plays. I can either try and net Morgoth again. I've got a 6-inch range net at the minute, so I could move over here, try and net Mega Boss. Morgoth's kind of just like stuck behind here for now. He's kind of safe, I think. I think the play is to try and maybe kill the Mega Boss. Knock out a serious threat. I can't kill Morgoth. I don't massively care about the Huntmaster dying. He's just not important on turn 4. Skaith could run away some more. Skaith could heal 6, in fact. And maybe be fine. The odds of killing the Mega Boss are pretty low. 10 dice, I'm looking at like maybe 2 crits and a couple of hits. Like maybe 11 damage isn't high enough. But that is actually high enough to get you low enough to possibly die to a Vengeful Spites, actually. Okay, so theoretical 6-inch range. So it's a Waz 6-inch range, right? So Mega Boss can't really make use of it. If Morgoth did it and then moved over, it's not really useful. If he did it himself, it's not really worth it because you can just disengage and charge. So I assume Inspiring Presence play, but I don't see it. Which scares us immensely. So I think the Hunter with Sword is just going to go into the basic ass bitch play and hit you with stick. And hope for the best, basically. So I will Onslaught here, just to sort of like maximize my kill potential. 5 attacks on 4s. Do you wish to react?
Nah.
That's an abysmal first roll. Oh no.
That's wild. Yeah, that's terrible.
Well, hopefully I'll get three sixes on the second roll, and it'll even out, right?
Just roll it.
Second roll.
Just roll it, Dusty boy. There we go. Okay.
That's 7.
That's 9.
Not too shabby. It's only 7.
Oh, is it? Okay. Wait, how is it? Oh, yeah, okay. So where was I? 15?
15. So
Oh,
you're
it goes
down to
8.
8.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, I love when I get plays that you hadn't thought of.
I'm excited.
So,
Reveal to me your plan.
Yeah. So, on a 3+, I'm having a good day.
Oh, you're doing pulse and shit.
Let.
Cool.
So, this boy moves 6.
Hang on. It's dice value. Oh, it's 6. Holy shit. Also, nice.
Well, I mean, to the center. So, there we go.
Hang on. My base still can't go through you, right? So it'd be like, I would stop at you once my base.
Okay, I mean, yeah, we can do that. Sure. But that means I get 2 attacks. So, do you want to hear the fun part?
Everyone moves.
Obviously,
so, right? You've got a roll of 3+ on everybody.
Yeah,
so
my
these
guys
get
move as well. Sorry. So, let's do this one. Yep, he moves 6.
He headbutts terrain.
Headbutts terrain. Nothing new there. This one. Yep.
Can't.
I mean,
kind of just hits Ansley, I guess, right? Bonk.
sure.
And then Elthari.
Is the one that's not gonna. Oh no. Okay.
Yeet. Straight into
Yeah,
a tree.
just right on the wall.
There we go.
Sick. Okay, cool.
Oops. There
So.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's kind of spicy.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I just don't want Scath to survive. So
It's personal.
3 dice, first attack. Yeah, pretty much. I think it's on 4s.
Yeah, Tifa, yeah. I'll tank
boy.
it. We're fine. We're vibing.
It doesn't matter because we don't have. Let's. Okay, so that's 4.
Down 10.
And we're gonna do it again. Wow, that's another 2.
That's nothing.
So I was like, oh yes, sorry. So I was like, if I killed him, I wouldn't have been able to take the treasure. But if I'd done the engagement of the ability with anything else, killing him in 2, and then doing charge and going move to take the treasure and then move back and going, well, it's still closer.
Yeah.
Would have been very funny, but yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. Let's go with Anslane. You have limited things you can do now in terms of your actual impact on the board. So I think Anslane is moving here and making it so you can't disengage. Unless it's backwards. And that's fine, I don't care. Sure, without killing her, of course, but then you've got less attacks going on anyone else. So Angela move in and then just punch you with that little punchy stick for like 2 attacks, 1/2 damage. You never know. I hit on 5s. Punchy stick. She failed. That's okay. She's just holding the line. All she needs to do. Just having a good time.
That's fair. I mean, at this point, there isn't really much that I can do here, so we're gonna just charge in and smack things. Kurnoth, Advaster, hitting on 3s, 4 dice.
Mm-hmm. Was that an actual charge?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's using. Like, there's nothing that I can do at this point, so we're just going for max.
Ooh, juicy.
Yeah.
3-5?
So is he 3? I think he's 5. Yeah. So that's 11.
Down to 21.
And we're gonna do it again.
It's like 9.
That's another 9. So that's 20 total.
Down 12. Spicy. Okay. coward would be to disengage and just hit the objective. Right? The cowardly play would be just like fuck off and just like get points. But I ain't no bitch. We're gonna swing back into Morgok because it's more fun. So that's 8 attacks hitting you on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
Need a lot of 6s here. I mean, it's a fucking good roll though. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24.
Yep. And he's down to 11 attack. Yeah, they're good little tree man, aren't they?
Yeah, imagine if I had that double 6 to like pop off like a fucking heal or some shit, right? It's like cool. I took like chunked you, absorbed 2 actions, and also healed to potentially survive the next time you swung at us. Spicy. Yeah, they're so tanky.
I don't use nearly as much of the heal as I should really. Because does it have it doesn't have a. Yeah, it doesn't say you need to be like not engaged or whatever.
Yeah, the standing tank for days. They're really good. It's a really good heal.
Yeah.
Like Trogs do it too.
3 dice on 4s.
Kershwing.
That's my boy. That's
we're down to 4.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen, but
he's straight chilling though. He's having a good time. Tree Revenant. We're just gonna run away a bit.
Yeah, fair. Right, let's hit Anslane. 3 dice. 3s. Deleted.
Very dead. Splat.
And then we're gonna hit this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, 3 6s.
Oh! 4 6s on 6.
Another
6
16.
Dice. My guy.
Could have used that earlier.
He's been too busy sprinting, my guy. He's been sprinting all game.
True.
He's exhausted.
She's like, well, you know what? Fuck you. Just split things in half. I've been running all game. It's my turn.
I need 2 6s to kill you, I believe.
Go for it.
On 5s.
Yeah.
Ziggy, that bribe ever went through just in time for this. Oh! It's a good roll, though. That's 3.
Yeah.
That was a good roll. Almost got you.
Now you've activated my trap card. No.
Teleporting hard boy. Let's go.
Teleporting hard boy. 3. 2. 2.8. It's like, oh, I forgot the objective.
Spike Revenant, let's move in and engage and attack this guy. I need 4 6s to kill a Morgok. Equally as hilarious.
It would be.
Look at that though. My guy landed a casual 8.
8.
Oh,
yeah.
Almost got you.
Would have killed the
Mega Boss, yeah. Oh.
But see what I mean? So we end the game. He's on 3. He's on 5. Right? And you didn't even get to, like, you only did 1 attack with him. And you did a bunch of attacks with him. But, like, that's what I mean. Like, we've always said, I don't know how much we've said it. But, like, Sylvaneth always have this kind of weird, like, they're all low toughness. They're kind of, none of them are particularly fast or particularly this or particularly that, but like they just seem to like clutch the win. It's the same thing with all of the games that I've had. Like they just seem to do it.
Yeah, like
so
I think the thing with the Kernoth is that as Sylvaneth look cool. So the cool look of Sylvaneth draws new players. So newer players play Sylvaneth because they look awesome, right?
Yes.
So Kernoth Hunters look amazing. And they are really, really good. They're just not the best in class, right? Like, they're expensive. This Huntmaster is 45 points more than Morgok, and he is not 45 points. So 40 points more than Morgok. He's not 40 points with the model more than Morgok.
No.
Right. So they've got these really cool.
Well, you
models
have blessed him.
Even then, though, he's still 20 points more.
Yes.
He's still not 20 points more than Morgok, right?
No.
So
we have the ability.
Yeah, but he's slow.
I know he heals, but like
he doesn't have charge, right? Like he doesn't have charge, doesn't have other things. They're very much like a block of stats that are solid, just not the best block of stats. So if you use them as a massive beat stick killy thing, you won't do well. They will die because they get outsmashed by Iron Jaws, Ogres, Stormcast, Slaves to Darkness, probably. A whole bunch of Killia warbands can outkill them. But where I think it was maybe one of the chat members last week was saying that they can't outkill Killia warbands, but they can stand toe to toe for a bit and like hurt them. But more importantly, they are really good at bullying things that can't kill them. Right? Like, because they're fast enough, they've got their teleports, their tricks. They're really good at like forcing these massive wound pools with heals and big stats into the throats of warbands that can't fight them. I was like, yeah, okay, I can see that.
The whole point is like
they're bullies.
The whole point is that you need to send them either on a fight you know you're gonna win, or you need to send them to bully things. Like you can't send them straight up to fight Morgok.
No.
Because, you know, a couple of better rolls and this guy would be dead.
Yeah, I mean,
like
to
a
be
couple
fair,
of crits or yeah.
In that 1v1, it was fairly even, right? Which makes sense. We're both basically the same stat line.
Yeah, but you've also blessed
wounds,
them,
I've got more crit.
and I moved into you.
With charge.
Even though I did my 2 attacks, but I still didn't do my buff up the big thing where I was hitting on 3s and all of that. So, like, it's
tricky.
Yeah, I would be careful. Yeah,
it would in this sort of matchup. It would boil down to who got initiative next turn. Because if I got it, you would die. If you got it, I would
pretty
die.
much. Yeah. I will also say
it's not a good scenario. It's not a good place to be in for sure.
I would also say it's interesting every time to see when we're playing similar or the same lists. Like seeing you play like lists with like brutes and stuff in it, very different to what the expectation is for what you're doing, your thought process, what you're using first. Like using the teleport on Ulthari round 1, I probably wouldn't. I usually keep it and I use it with my Huntmaster to chase things down. But that's because I like really an Iron Jaws player at heart. Unga bunga, go straight. And like, how can we do the most amount of damage? How can we kill the most things? So I think your playstyle is a lot more balanced. But I just love being able to see it, seeing you play a very similar list and how you approach it. And like, I think it's really important to take the parts of that work. And with the Sylvanet, I feel like part of the reason why I've been doing better with them is because I have been learning to sacrifice pieces and like roadblock, like stop your opponent, you know, tie him up, stuff like that, which in the past I wouldn't be doing. I'd be just pushing everything in and just being like, if we roll enough dice, then maybe the thing will die. So yeah.
I think it's important to note as well is that this same game played in the same way wouldn't, like, dice, of course, come into it, but wouldn't play out the same because the terrain in this mission in particular has been so good for me specifically. Right, like the Ulthari teleport, I was like, okay, so I wasn't intending on doing that on turn 1 because I like to hold my teleport to like turn 3 for other things, but turn 1 I was like, okay, I was afraid I would get just beaten to death and caught, killed, and whatever by the end of turn 4. I said, cool, so I need to get the treasure early and score as many points as early on as possible. So by the time turn 3 comes around, you can't catch up because I've got so many points. And also, if I consolidate power by going in this corner with my reinforcements coming here and coming in here, well, then I've got so much power in this one little corner, and you're like largely here, right?
Yeah.
And that's really good for me. I can go from there. You spotted the little sneaky thing. I was trying to like not make it too obvious by putting them here, like not like I'm over here. I'll put it like here, so it looks like I could go in the middle and go and then go through the sneak, sort of like try and do a bit of misdirection on the placement. Obviously, you're way too good for that. You could see that from miles off, but it can help, right?
Well,
the misdirection.
It's one of these things. It's so difficult to. Like, sometimes I look at a play and I'm like, if I go to measure it and make it certain, I'm telling my opponent. And I hope he hasn't noticed. Like, and I know, like, gotchas are not fun, but, like, genuinely getting to it before your opponent I don't think is as much of a gotcha. If it's not like a rules thing and it's just, like, sequencing, that's just you saw it before your opponent. And I'm always I just hate it because I'm like I'm not sure if this is gonna work, so I need to measure it. But jumping on that,
eyeballing in
like
TTS is I always find quite difficult. I think off meta finds it incredibly difficult to eyeball on TTS. But as Ziggy, I was going to say, Ziggy asked a really good point. So one of the things I like to do in TTS, if I'm placing a model, so imagine he's a teleporter right here, right? So the treasure's over here. I'm like, okay, well I'll put my 8 inches here and I'll measure this way. I'm like, okay, so like this terrain's sort of like blocking the way. I'll position this way. And I'm making sure like that this terrain is sort of like the misdirect. I'm actually thinking of this over here. I know that's in range, but I'm throwing it off this way. Which you kind of have to sort of like do that in TTS because you don't want to give it away so obviously. But because I find it hard to eyeball, that little misdirect's kind of important, which is, it feels a bit dirty sometimes, but like you'd also do that in real life a little bit. So
but the whole point is that
it's kind of weird.
All you're doing is not share information rather than actively withhold it. Like, it's not information that you should share. Like, the gotchas are bad because there's information that you should have shared that both of you should know before you get into the game, and you haven't shared that. But if it's in the game, in the moment, just making sure that you just don't, you don't give your opponent an advantage against you is, I think, is not a problem. But so thanks for the games. I'm gonna go and make some dinner.
Great. Yes, of course.
10 to 6 is not bad, so I'll take that. I do sometimes get the itch with Iron Jaws. Maybe painting them a bit cleaner than I did last time and trying again, but they're nice. I like him. I just wish you had more points to play around with, because this just doesn't feel, I don't know. Something feels like it's missing.
7 man's quite a chunky list, to be fair, right? For the amount of like
it's a lot of wounds,
it's quite chunky. And Killy with the Mega Boss looks fine, I guess, but like Morgok and stuff like Killy.
It's just, the thing is, like, I feel like there's a lot of other lists. So there's very thin margins for victory is the only problem. If I could have no, I think another brute would be a bit too much, maybe. But if I could have another brute, then I would feel like I had a lot more space to play around with. But I don't know. That would probably be a little bit too much. But yeah, it's just, if Rob was watching, he would say, you didn't use Wa, you didn't use Mighty Wa, so don't be surprised. If you don't use that, you don't win the game. And that's the part that I don't like. But I just don't like movement abilities.
Movement's really strong when you move in 3 though, right? So it is like,
Yeah.
It's hard. It's
Well,
difficult.
the charge and
It's
all of
difficult.
that. Yeah.
Charge definitely is good for sure, but I think WoW is difficult to sort of like find a good time for, right? Because you want to do other things, but also
Yeah.
to get these guys up here faster is important, but
Yeah.
you also want to be down
Well,
here
and you're
doing
not
the things
always
down
getting
here.
it.
You want to
That's
do like
the
your
main thing.
messings and stuff. It's difficult. It's difficult.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I think we've said well this lot. Iron Jaws, despite their amazing stats and their very high tournament win record, their actual sort of like win rate is quite middling because they're very popular. They're deceptively hard to play. Is like the Iron Jaws thing. They've got a lot of toys, a lot of tools, a big toolbox. They are deceptively hard to actually win with.
I mean, the only tournament I went to with them, I went to two, and that was embarrassing. For the amount of prep and the amount of games I put in before it.
You got a really bad. One of your losses was a horrible matchup in Hunter's Hawanshi, though. To be fair,
yeah, but it was very well played.
True, but
so the thing is, both of my matches that I lost, I genuinely lost because my opponents outplayed me, and I can't even be like, oh, I played bad. No. They completely outplayed me. They came with a good plan, and they beat me. So yeah, I can't
that's
even.
Fair.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, there are clear weaknesses. There are clear like lines and like ways to attack them and trip them up and like ensure that they can't do what they want to do. So yeah.
Like my ideal into Iron Jaws would be to not teleport to with Ulthari, but to sort of like ideally get Ulthari into a corner that you want deploying into. And then make you come to me with this guy next to her, and then once you get there, teleport them both over to here, and then like, haha. And it's just like, you've ran all this way, well, you can't run all the way back now. And that's sort of just like, making Iron Jaws move a lot is like my go-to into them. Is if they're moving, they're not killing us, and they're slow. So
yeah, I mean, running all the way down here just to have me deploy Morgok here, and then getting initiative and teleporting over here.
Oh, actually, that's kind of spicy. That's a potential spot. I didn't think of that. I was scared he's got initiative.
That's
the issue.
Yeah. But yeah, exciting stuff.
Yeah, I'll let you go for food because food important.
Yeah,
and
no worries.
Thanks for the game, man. I'll catch you in a bit.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for the chat, and I'll see as many of you as I'm gonna see on the tournament. Also, December tournament. I'm not running that, but I will be there taking pictures. The one in Nottingham.
I am not sure if I'm going to that one. I would like to, though.
Well, apparently we're halfway there on the tickets. I don't know if I'm supposed to share this, but I don't think it's bad. But yeah, Craig was saying they've got about half tickets, and yeah, they're good boys. So support them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. Right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So, that was a funky ass game. On the 13th, I believe that event's on the 13th. I will double check now. I assume it's on War Tally now. It wasn't on War Tally last week. I'll double check now, please. Yeah, Midwinter Massacre, Blood in the Snow, with Worlds by UK. So it'll be that one. So it's December the 13th. Yeah, Craig, yeah. Excellent. I think I'm going to that one. I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'll put the link in chat, just for the War Tally page. It's also got, I believe it's got a link to the actual the tournament, I assume it's Eventbrite or the ticket vendor. Actually, it might actually be WorldCry, the WorldCry website actually for the tickets. But that's in chat now. But yeah, that was Sylvaneth, and as this is my second game of Sylvaneth, I have thoroughly enjoyed Sylvaneth. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The art. Yes, the art is rather wonderful. It is rather wonderful. Phalax, do we know who did that art, by the way, if you're still here? Because that art's rather wonderful. But it is 20 past 10. It's been a good old 3-hour and 10-minute stream. I think we're going to call it there. A lot of nattering, a lot of battering. Check out the link to Midwinter Massacre Blood in the Snow with World Cry UK for the December. And if you are heading to Warcries in the West on November the 16th, I will be there. I believe Off Meta is going to be there. And I'm pretty sure Phalax is on his way there as well. So if you want to check out, say hello to me and the Wild Dice crew, then feel free to and have a good time. And until next week, when I'll be doing some more streaming, I'll catch you all in a little bit. Thanks for popping by. Ta-ra.